This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsi.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
Face of heart.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I can't put it together what the face of heart is.
Absolutely amazing. Humongous thanks from me to all of you for making the Take It Down tour pre-sale and on-sale a wild success.
It's bananas, Gene. I don't think people understand how fast your tickets are going.
Yeah.
You're selling out big theaters within hours, minutes. So if you guys want to go see Tommy, go get your tickets right now.
Well, here's where we added second shows in San Diego, Dallas, Medford, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Tampa, and Oklahoma City.
Jesus.
Some of those are not until, midway through 2019, but they've gone fast. So I really am thankful, honored, humbled. Thank you very much. By the way, just a quick point out that normally in Boston you do, I would do like a run at the Wilbur, but Wilbur wasn't available for all the nights, so that's why I'm doing the Chevalier, which is in Medford. I think it's about 20 minutes from downtown. So Saturday in Boston at the Wilbur went lightning fast.
Crazy. And that's a huge venue. I mean,
so
this is nuts.
Chevalier is the one we're going to do Friday. So if you are in Boston, that's just where I can add. Thanks very much. They're all at tomsegura.com. Also, restating again, for all the other cities that you would expect me to go to, I will come. I swear to you. Those dates will be announced later. That'll be for the second half of 2019. We'll announce it on the show. You can get on my email list, and you'll get first dibs. That's going to be, Toronto, Vancouver, Minneapolis, Austin, New York, Los Angeles. All those are coming. It'll be later in the year. All right, Gene, where can people see you?
Well, I've just picked up the show November 10th in a place called let me see if I get this right. West Siloam Springs, Oklahoma. Can you believe I'm going there?
Oh, snap.
One night, one show only at the Cherokee Casino there. That should be fun. I've never been to Oklahoma, so there you go.
It's Oklahoma, I thought.
Oklahoma. You're right. Sorry, I mispronounced that. We've added the 10 o'clock show, San Diego, California, November 24th. That's Thanksgiving weekend. Get out of the house. Come see me.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Take a hike. And then December 7th, I've added a late show in Fill Her Up, Delphia. The first show sold out. So I've added a 9:45 p.m. show at the Punchline in Philly, and that one on sale today. So get those tickets right now. Also, Judor Titty sold out first show. Added second show, 10:30 p.m. at the Gramercy Theater. Judor Titties, December 8th.
Look at you.
Me and my gorilla tits and I are telling jokes. I want to call this tour... These tits were made for talking.
Yeah.
But my agent was like, nah, no one can say that on local news.
Yeah, they want to be able to plug it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Or gorilla tits. What do you think?
What if you just made it Spanish?
I like that.
Like, these tetas were made for talking. And then they're like, I'm not sure what I'm saying.
Then you have all these dorky news people like, these tetas were tetas.
Christina Peklinski is going to be at the huge tetas for your face tour.
Yeah.
In town.
I'm taking suggestions for tour names, guys. I know that's probably dangerous.
You think?
Can I tell you something, though? I think nothing would make me happier than doing like a fan-based tour name. Like if someone actually... A mommy came up with it.
And also, I wanted to point out, a lot of people ask me, if we're coming to shows this weekend and like next month, are we not seeing the new tour? No, you are. That is the new tour. It's just not, branded as it. But of course, it's the new hour. So Sacramento, they opened up 100 new tickets for the late show this Saturday.
I was going to tell you guys, too, what I started doing is doing VIP things. So it's like I reserve 50 tickets, and if you want a VIP package, you get like a piece of merch and you get to sit in the front. Those are for only 50 tickets on my theater shows.
Oh my God.
Just because I like my fans more than you, because I'm kind of a personality champ.
All right. There you go.
Let's start the show because I want to make my big announcement, and then we have to make a phone call, right?
That is so true. Let's do it.
I'm pregnant. Just kidding.
Okay.
No, never.
Here we go. All right.
All right, folks. Time for some more burps.
Yes.
Haven't had a video in a while, but it's time for some more burps. This shit is big time.
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand.
Welcome to your mom's house.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful burp.
That was a very powerful burp.
It's interesting because all the power burpers we've showcased on this show, they all sound alike. It's like that deep, like that girl in the nice dress that did it.
Yeah.
Sounds similar to this guy. Similar. Sorry, I said that word.
It does sound similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this lovely burper actually had a friend here and went for a double
No.
burp.
Oh, dueling burps.
Pretty cool, right?
It's really nice.
Hey, Steve.
This is going to be our house.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
You know, and thank goodness I like this kind of stuff
I can
because
tell.
it's all happening. It's all going to happen in our home.
Yeah. You're gonna
Very
be like,
soon.
Hey, Mom, you want to see our burp video?
Like, yes. Well, because you and I like it so much, they're not going to do it.
That's true.
They might be like, God, you guys are so gross.
I'm reading. God. You guys are so disgusting.
Why are you so nasty?
Yeah.
It was nasty. That's
Why you gotta be nasty all the time?
Who said that? Like, yeah, it was nasty. Oh, it was Doug Mellard
Yeah.
about your farting in front of his fiance at the time without barely knowing her. He goes, it was nasty.
It was pretty nasty. Yeah, he did say that.
We're out to make a call in a minute, but I would like to make a big announcement. Could you please play the chips in the bowl, sir?
Sure. 1 second. Very excited for you.
Any horns you may have, too? Chips in a bowl. Big announcement.
Tell me what you got, man.
We finally have a release date for the Netflix stand-up comedy special, The Degenerates, starring none other than the fantastic Joey Diaz, Yamanika Sanders. We got Big J. Okerson.
Huge, funny, hilarious people.
Brad Williams, who was a guest recently on the show, and myself, and we're all doing 30-minute spots. It was shot in Las Vegas at a shit dump place, and it was fucking rough. I'm not gonna lie. This was definitely a rough shoot. You came with me.
Yeah, I did.
And
I love going to shoots where I don't have to do stand-up. It is so chill.
And so you're like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, it's such a different experience.
I know. You were
like,
ear to ear happy.
Like, it's great. Just go have fun out there.
Go find it.
Yeah.
So I shot this special. I was 8 months pregnant. It was about 150 degrees outside.
It's crazy.
I was
the
sweating.
set collapsed on you.
The set collapsed. I was, literally the door fell on me right before I went out, and the crowd was bonkers. And I don't mean in a good way. I'm saying there were mommies there, thank God, but there were like straight fucking wackadoodles in the audience, like people that may be hearing voices in their own heads, things like that. So it was kind of a miracle that this shoot happened. But anyways, check it out. Try it out for yourself. October 30th, The Degenerates drops on Netflix. October 30th. Mark your calendars.
October 30th.
The day before Hollow Jeans. And, a lot of people are like, why do the half hour, Christina, when you've got hours? I'll tell you why I chose to do the half hour. Because I ended up generating so much material, topical material on this Me Too movement. I was so inspired by all the crazy shit that was happening that I couldn't stop talking about it. And I wanted to get it out as soon as possible. When it was still fresh and in the zeitgeist. So if you wait to do your next hour, it could be another year and a half, 2 years before that material makes it into the world. And I wanted to just get it out there to you guys now. So you'll see some crazy shit. I don't know how it's going to land. I don't know what's going to happen. But we'll see what goes down.
It's pretty exciting, Gene.
It's very fun.
You did a great job. I was at both tapings.
Oh my gosh, it was so hard. It was so crazy to do.
I mean, it's actually, it's not fucking easy to shoot a special, period. To shoot one 8 months pregnant.
So stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. I think because I agreed to do it when I was 5 or 4 months along.
Yeah.
And you don't think like, how enormous and uncomfortable you will be by the time that shit rolled around. I was like, oh no, can I cancel this? I had to fly with a doula just in case I went into labor, man. And
no, you were a champ, man. You really were.
Yeah, it was fun. It was worth it in the end, and I'm glad I did it. And I can't. I'm looking forward to all those tweets telling me how fat I look too. Like, why are you so fat?
Pretty wild, man.
Like, you dummy. Because I got a baby in me. Oh, stupid.
So
smell like a dirty diaper.
Do you want to set this up, or do you want me to?
Well, do you have the sound drops that we can? This is kind of a legendary call we're about to make right now.
It's pretty amazing that this is a reality.
Yeah. This is a very old school Your Mom's House reference.
We touched on it when Andrew Santino was here a few weeks ago. And if you missed that, by the way, it was such a great episode.
God, wasn't that nice?
Yeah, he's really a natural.
He's kind of an honorary mommy at this point. His genes are high.
He's really a great guest. So one thing that was in the news was that I come at my dad's funeral. Yeah, which was like one of our original mega drops. This was like one of the
mega drop. Well, it was because of persistent genital arousal disorder. These people, it was a documentary we got our hands on, where these people just come all day.
Yeah, and it focused really on this one guy who, he.
When you're on your knees at your father's funeral, at his casket, and you're saying goodbye to him. And then you have 9 orgasms right there while your whole family is standing behind you. It just makes you never want to have another orgasm as long as you live.
Oh, why not?
But you know what? They just keep on coming.
And the truth is, like, we laughed a lot.
Yeah, I was really a provider of so many laughs.
We laughed a lot. And then we, of course you're aware that it's also probably not the greatest thrill for it to be a reality. But, this is what we do. We just kind of find something and we josh around about it.
Yeah, we're professional assholes. That's our job.
But anyway, in the news, out of nowhere popped up that the person who went through this transitioned. And it was in the news again. And turns out they got wind of it and want to talk today.
That's amazing.
I apologize for not knowing the former name, but now it's Christine.
What?
Yeah.
Well, clearly they've been listening to this show.
So let's
or hanging out with Joey Diaz.
If I can...
That's so fucking awesome, dude. What a great name.
Christine on the phone here. Hello. Christine.
Hi, all right.
How's it going? I just wanted to say thank you for joining us today. So... You seem very happy. That's great. How about the condition? Does it persist as far as post-transition?
Oh, yeah.
To the same degree?
No, not to the same degree, not at all.
But that's great, right?
Oh, yeah. Like when you strip the body of testosterone, testosterone is the chemical that triggers the orgasm. When you strip that away from somebody, they lose the ability to orgasm. It's the same. It's kind of the same thing as chemical castration. Oh. This is why they chemically make sex offenders. You strip the testosterone, there's no more sex drive.
Wow.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
So in a way, it was kind of a backhanded compliment that my PGA gave me, because the PGAD was the catalyst that allowed me to accept myself being trans.
Sure.
Wow.
That's great. So at its peak, what was like the most... I was saying, by the way, I don't know if I was saying it wrong. I was like, you're coming all the time? Is that wrong?
There's Okay, so let me clarify this because this is one of the biggest misconceptions of my story that's out there.
Okay.
And that's whether or not I'm jizzing all over the world.
Yes, dude, that's all.
That's so important.
I was like, before you transitioned, I was like, this dude's busting nuts all day, like everything's soaked, and that's not true.
No, okay, so let me explain how this worked, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, the first few times it happened, yeah, I ejaculated, okay?
Right.
But when you have 5 orgasms in a row, back to back to back to back to back, without a break,
Jesus.
it runs out real quick.
So you were out of cum, literally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then what happened is
4
over
strokes.
time, I was having so many orgasms that my pelvic floor muscles got so tight that they pinched everything inside off. So even if I wanted to ejaculate, I couldn't. So just so you can understand this is like the world's worst case of blue balls times a billion.
Oh no! So it was actually
That's what I had to walk around with.
just like an ache.
Every day. Yeah.
So
That you can never get rid of.
was there? Oh my God! So was there ever? And I'm being honest here. Was there ever moments of, like, let's say before it happened, you obviously know that we'll just say an orgasm feels good. Throughout, once your condition came about, did at any time was any of this pleasurable at all to feel at all?
This is kind of complicated to explain, but I'll try my best. Okay. So we all know orgasms feel good.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Sure.
Okay. It's a release.
Uh-huh.
But there was a lot of physical pain involved after a while. When I had those first 5 orgasms in the back of that ambulance on the way to the hospital,
Jesus Christ.
those felt good.
Right.
I mean, it was just like a normal, average orgasm.
And the paramedics were like, Jesus, what's going on, man? Are you just...
The look on their faces was so priceless.
Because you're having your eyes are rolling back. You're like, They're
like, are you in pain? Are you in pain? They give me pain medicine in my IV. And I'm like, I just had a bunch of orgasms. And they're like, what? The one guy started laughing so hard. I know I was in shock.
And
I had no clue.
Just so as a reminder for people to know, this was after a back injury. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay, so this is another big misconception because Barcroft didn't let me explain any of this stuff.
Okay.
In my story. Okay, so I was getting out of a chair, okay, and I was getting out of it sideways. So I was in a recliner. My legs were over the arm of the chair, okay, and I pushed myself up to stand up. Well, my kitchen, as you can see, is right there, and my chair was right here. So I had to turn around 180 degrees to walk to the kitchen. Instead of taking the step, I decided I was just going to spin on my foot. And when I did that, my shoe caught the linoleum and my whole body spun. And my back popped. And I spun around in a 360 and fell face first on the floor. And immediately my right leg was completely numb. I couldn't move it. I couldn't feel it. Nothing.
So you had nerve damage like immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I need to go through a 5-disc fusion in my lower back, but the surgeon said if I do it, it's pretty much going to cripple me. So try to hold off as long as you can.
And would that
once you get it done, you're not going to be the same.
Would that alleviate your disorder?
It might.
It might.
Nobody knows. There, as of today, there is no cure for PGAD.
How many people have it? Do we know?
No, we don't know. And we'll never know because of the reactions the public give us when we step out.
How many publicly have it?
Well, let's see. There's myself. There's Amanda Grice. There's Kim Ramsey. There's Cara Anaya Carlisi. And there's another girl. I don't remember her name. She's in England. But she became a porn star or a prostitute, one or the other.
Nice. So there's less than 10.
Yeah, that went public. And then there's Gretchen, who sadly... took her own life.
Now, unrelated to PGAD, did you know you wanted to transition always?
Well, I mean, it's something I knew since I was a little kid, and there were tons of signs people around me missed when I was growing up.
Sure.
Like, okay, I'm like 6, 7 years old. My favorite show on TV is Bosom Buddies.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite singer was
I like that show too, actually.
Boy George from Culture Club.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, I'm gonna transition.
Like, you guys laugh at me because I had bangs, okay? Do
Yeah.
you want
What?
to know what those bangs represented to me? That
He said because we made fun of his hair.
I didn't make fun of his hair. His hair looked great. I said she looked great.
No, pre-transition.
Oh, did we? Oh, right, yeah. Well,
Everybody made fun of my hair. The
So-
whole world made
Well.
fun of my hair. But let me tell you, those bangs were like the one thing that was like my grasp towards femininity.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
interesting.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's why I always wore them because I always wanted to have that look. But I mean, when I'm growing up in the late '80s, early mid '90s, nobody ever heard the word transgenderism.
Of course.
Or transgender.
No.
I mean, our sole view of that type of person was the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
And
And everybody back then was attached to the gender binary. It's like, what the fuck, right? There's more than
Exactly.
two. Yeah, I know. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with all these things that were constantly going through my head, as I'm growing up. So I kind of manned up a little bit extra and kind of just turned the volume up on being a guy and like kind of overdid it
That makes sense.
to sell it.
Yeah.
But I was offered the opportunity to do a presentation at a conference called the ASECT Conference. It stands for the American Association of Sexual Educators, Counselors, and Therapists.
Yeah.
3,000 of the brightest sexual minds from around the world gather once a
Give me
year
some.
to talk about all these things. Well, me and Kim Ramsey, one of the other ladies who came forward publicly with this, were given the opportunity to give this conference a presentation on PGAD. Okay?
Yeah.
It was at that presentation in front of those people on stage behind the microphone where I stopped my presentation mid-sentence and came out right there on stage in front of everybody.
Oh, wow.
It's just something told me that if there was ever any time that was perfect to do this, this is it.
That's great.
And those people at that conference are the ones that set me up with all the people that I needed to have around me to begin my transition.
That's great. Let me ask you this. We've been talking for a bit here, and the natural thing everybody wants to know when they're dealing with you is, orgasms.
Yep.
So, you're no orgasmic sensations during this? Or have you been able to, suppress them?
Well, I you won't know if I have them.
Okay, so
the only way you would know is if I get a little quiet, because they're nowhere near as intense as they used to be. I mean, they used to make me cry.
and this is, I saw that video where you hit the ground.
Yeah.
So-
that's because those muscles tense up so much.
And now-
it's like doing a sit-up.
The lack of testosterone has also dialed back the intensity of them, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot.
Well, that's great.
I can drive, and they don't, I can drive right through it. It doesn't even...
Oh,
That's
I
fantastic.
used to not be able to drive. I would have to time out my drive because even though they keep using the word random,
Yeah.
they weren't really random. Okay, they came in clusters. Okay, I 8, 9, 10, 12 orgasms in a row, and then I'd get a 2, 3, 4 hour break, and they would happen again.
Jesus.
It was like my body had this repetitive buildup and release of energy.
Were you, during this whole period of time, able to have sex at all, or that just went out the window?
no way, right?
Well, I didn't know. I'm asking.
I haven't had sex in 6 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't either at that point.
Wow.
That's too much.
Wow. I mean, are you looking forward to doing it again?
Someday.
Yeah.
It's been so long I forgot. I don't know if it's like riding a bicycle because I've never had a gap in my life that's been this long.
And why not hardcore solo videos,
You know what? I'll tell you this. I won't drop the name of the company, but I was offered a multi-million-dollar 2-year multi-million-dollar porn contract.
Hello.
Hello.
Producers in the world.
Wow.
And I had to down because I couldn't have sex.
They what?
I couldn't have sex. There was no finish.
Oh.
I couldn't ejaculate. So there was...
Oh.
The day my story broke, they were on my phone.
Wow. Why not get a
Interesting.
stunt cock to come in and finish the shot?
That's true.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How big do you think my story was?
How what?
How big do you think my story was?
The original story?
Yeah.
Hard for me to gauge because, you know, you get so wrapped into your own world that, like, it dominated our show. I'm talking about when it originally came out.
Yep.
What is it, 6 years ago or something, whatever it is?
Okay. 2014.
Whenever we first did it, it was, like, dominant for us. But I had no grasp on the reach of the story.
Do you want to know what the reach of the story was?
Sure.
It's been seen by over 1 billion people. And when the story first come out, 3 days after it came out, my phone rang and I answered it. And it was a gentleman who claimed to be the vice president of BuzzFeed. Okay?
Yeah.
He then went on to congratulate me because my story was the first story in the history of their website to trend #1 worldwide 3 days in a row.
That's wild. That's
That's
crazy.
how big this. Like, I've found articles as far away as Zimbabwe. And I'm pretty sure if there's an article written about me in Zimbabwe, there's been an article written about me in every
probably, man.
in the world.
Yeah, everybody's like, look how much cum.
So much cum.
Yeah.
My agent truly believes it's one of the most viral stories ever.
I believe it too. I didn't know
do
that.
too. It's stuck with us for years.
Christine, does your cold heart want to ask any question before we wrap this up?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you like most about being a lady now?
There you go.
Wow. That's, I have to say the attention.
Really?
Oh, my Lord. Girl, I'm telling you, I have like half the Middle East blocked on Facebook. Like, I'm telling you, my block list is over 2,000 people, and I'm not quite sure why I'm so popular in the Middle East and with Middle Eastern men, but holy cow, they're very adamant with what they want, too.
Well,
they like blondes.
But I got to say it's the attention. I never got comments on my looks as a guy.
Yeah.
And now I have people telling me I'm beautiful 500 times a day. Like,
yeah. I will say that you are gorgeous. You look flawless. And that's really hard because I can't imagine how hard it's got to be to transition. But you look so great. And I'm so happy for you that you're happy now.
Christina has told me many times that she thinks I would transition horribly. And that
oh, my God. You'd be the worst.
Women ever.
You know, if you had a picture of yourself without a beard, I would show you what you'd look like. You get me a picture of you without a beard, and I'll show you what you look like as a girl.
All right, I will
Twitter feed.
I will send you.
Please, Christine. I do have a question for you because we were watching a show about men transitioning, and how did you? Because your makeup looks impeccable, your hair looks fantastic. You did it right. So, what's your secret to doing it right?
Some of the
guys don't know how
transition. We were like, whoa.
They didn't go to the right places.
I mean, I know you can't help what our natural genetic makeup is, but some of the approach was too intense. Like some of them went
draggy
went real too drag.
Yeah.
You know, like it just looked like drag. Yeah. And then some just looked like offensive linemen for the Packers. In
Packers.
Of course, in wigs, and you're just like, no, like some people like really transition well. Do you think you just lucked out, or is it like meticulous?
I think it came very natural to me. Like this face right here, I've had no facial surgery.
Really, you're so lucky.
No. Yeah, see, that's the luck part, though.
That's good.
But I need to. I got to get this crooked ass nose fixed.
No, you're perfect.
It's so crooked.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
And I got to get this Jay Leno chin trimmed off.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You look great. Look, we were really looking forward to this. We have to get back to the show. We have some important burp clips to play.
Yep.
But we
mention one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want everyone out there to know that the 5 years since this has started, I've been writing a book. I've been writing my life story.
Okay.
And I got it finished in April, and I published it on Amazon. And if anybody wants to check out my story, you can look it up under my name, Christine Hazel Decker. It comes up on Google. It's the first thing. It has me listed as an author and all kinds of stuff on Google now. But check it out.
And it's called Stripped?
Stripped When Dignity Disappears, a life bared by PGAD and transgenderism.
All right.
Well, there you go. So find this book on Amazon. Find this book.
Find this book. And thank you again. It really is a thrill to talk to you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much, Tom. I hope we get to chat again sometime.
I hope so. Take care. Have a good one.
Have a great show. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. All right.
Wow, we did it. Oh, she really looks good.
She does look good.
I have to say, and I mean, yeah, of all the people we've seen transition on the TV shows we watch and stuff, she's
she did
the
great.
best one.
Yeah, she really did a great job.
That's awesome.
God, I love that she was like, it's something that Christina said that really hurt me. I was like, yes. Made me so happy.
I got to tell you, I do think I get to fly under the radar because I'm just a lady.
Yeah.
And I get to say crazy shit. Crazy shit.
You
and
do.
I get away with I do because I'm a girl. I'm telling you. You'll see on my new special, The Degenerates, coming out October 30th.
I know.
I can say crazy because I'm a blonde girl. It's the best part about being a lady and not being in an equal society is that I get underestimated constantly. The bar is so low for me.
It's really great.
It's a great advantage. I don't want equality. I want to keep flying under the radar.
You remember this guy?
Of course.
Good morning, Julia.
Good morning, Julia.
Just wanted to say hi. Wish you a great day.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh my God, it's so weird, right? Somebody
He's
messaged
just looking
us.
for love.
They were listening to that podcast with the Good Morning Julia video and the bitch and goatee feller. My friend's little sister is friends with Julia.
Uh-oh.
This video was sent to Julia or to her after Julia got it. Miss Julia is an 18-year-old University of Iowa girl.
Ooh.
And this borderline 40-year-old townie. She goes, us girls watched it every morning for a good 2 months and still greet each other with, good morning, Julia.
Good morning, Julia. You have to say it with his...
Good morning, Julia. Hello, gorgeous.
Good morning, Julia.
Poor dude. At least he can make a mean crown molding. Anyway, Bird is fat. Christina's the water champ. Claire.
Thank you, Claire.
That's really fucking...
I did all this crown molding right here. That was my favorite part of that video is he was like, see this house? I built all of this.
Look at everything around me.
I loved it.
All with my hands, plumbing, the windows, the fans.
But that is alluring. I feel like that's pretty rad, dude.
It is rad if you go to someone's house and it kind of comes up, but like... Just to open a video the next morning of meeting someone, like I built this house.
But you don't think Julia appreciates that they'll never have to hire contractors to do this kind of work?
Maybe if Julia liked him to begin with, I don't think it's a cool thing to bombard
I could
her.
redo your bathroom, Julia.
Man, no, it's the height of cringe is that guy's video.
It's tough to watch.
I mean, I empathize because I know we've all done something this far.
Not girls, that's boys.
But that is like, every guy has been like, oh, fuck, what did I just say? But that degree is way crazy. I don't know. I've done something. But you know what? I feel like my cringiest stuff like that to a woman is like as a teenager. It's like something you look back on and you're like, oh, my God. Yeah, but I was 14.
Maybe he really was taken with Julia, though.
No, he definitely was taken with Julia.
I don't know. He was just taken. Have you not been swept away by love like with me? Every morning you probably wake up and you're like, I'm so in love, I'm so in love. And then you go to your shrink and you're like, I'm so in love. How do I stop being so in love with my wife?
What? What you say?
Nothing.
You know, people were, we got a message that somebody's just astounded by your hypocrisy.
Oh.
And just wants to know what happened.
Okay. This is not a good day for me so far.
This listener said, I was listening back to episode 185 when something stunned me.
Okay.
The water champ, Tom, was talking about T.I. and Jeezy's net worth when all of a sudden the lying champ, Christina, said this. Tom, I would hide your guns. I would hide your drugs.
Oh.
I would lie to the law for you. Needless to say, I am floored. How can 4 years turn you, Christina, from a true FGT RTD to the low and loose narc you are today? What changed, Tina? Piss on me, beat me, homie on out, Simon. Okay.
Simon?
Tom, I would hide your guns. I would hide your drugs.
Thank you.
I would lie to the law for you, just so you know.
Damn.
When was that, 2014? Do you have the date on there?
It just says 180. I don't know.
I'll tell you exactly, Simon, what changed. It's called Julian and Ellis Segura. These are the 2 children that my husband and I have made together. And when you have children to protect, you think differently about stuff like that.
Yeah, you think, well, I need to keep their father in their lives and not serving 40 years.
Not when their father is a sociopath who kills a barista because his order was made incorrectly.
You're such a POS. You're such a POS.
Now, would I help you hide guns? Yeah, I still would. I'm just talking about, listen, there's a lot of crimes I would stand by you. A lot of crimes. Why can't I talk today? I'm so frustrated. There's so many things that, I stand by you with. Mm-hmm. But first degree premeditation, murder, when it's something so arbitrary, because it means you've snapped, dude. If you've snapped, it means you're going to snap at home eventually. It means something's wrong with you. Guys, screw loose. Can't have that around my babies.
So, anyways, there's your the disappointment champ, Christina, is commenting on what a disappointment she is to all.
What
of
about
us.
this? Listen to me, Yana. What if I do help you? I had brunch with my friend Rena, and we were discussing this because she has 2 sons as well, and she brought up a really good point because she's listening to our debate. She says, if I help you, let's say I help you bury the body in a first-degree murder thing, then they find out that I was an accessory to this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. We got to do a good job.
And then we both go to prison.
We got to do a good job. I mean, they find out. Why are they finding out?
They're finding out because they're finding out. I don't know how they found out. The neighbor saw us. So now I go to prison too? You want both of us to go away? Who's going to raise the kids?
Okay.
That's such a good point. And you're just...
I just feel like, it's... I didn't know who I married either. So... Tom and Christina, we've been watching the podcast at work and love it. I decided to get a tribute.
Okay.
And Garrett tattooed this on me in our downtime from all of us at Trinity Art Collective in Tucson, Arizona.
Can we stop reading fan mail from now on?
Piss on me, beat me, give it a try. Andy Pratt, Garrett, Ayoko, Kevin Patrick, Jake Kloos, Tony Standard, Erica Joe. Check this shit out. Look what's getting tattooed on this person.
Well, I feel as though I've experienced the same.
FGT RTD. And you want to see the final product? It's Steven Seagal as a seagull with FGT RTD.
Oh my gosh, that's the best thing I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
Aside from this cute little dog with a tattoo over his eye. Oh, I love that.
For girls that ride till death. And a very adorable Steven Seagal tattoo. That is amazing.
Its first good tongue replaces that dick.
Well, it depends who you are, but that's true. It also means that.
That's amazing. Excite. Wow. Your jeans are so high.
So tight.
FGT.
We'd love to piss on you and beat you if we ever come to Tucson. I was in Tucson last year. I very much enjoyed
Tucson.
it.
It's pronounced Tucson, isn't it?
But you also have a super fan who was so inspired that they wrote to us, Mommies, I recently visited Cincinnati. From the moment I stepped off the plane, there was a stench of dirty, wet cum farts soiling the sweet northern Kentucky air. I knew from the moment I arrived it had to be either open defecation or the sultry remains of what's left of Christine's butthole. I hopped into my rental car and made my way to the Renaissance Hotel in downtown Cincinnati for further examination. Upon arrival, I walked down the 6th floor hallway, and to my surprise, at the base of room 618 stood the originating smell that left me gasping for my very life. I have attached the video evidence and a few small photos for proof of my fateful visit. Love, Aaron. Here you go.
Guys, I'm just at the Cincinnati Renaissance Hotel. I'm walking down this hallway and I smell something kind of gross.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It could be...
I remember this. There it is. There it is.
Could it be the Cincinnati fart? Smells like Casey's butthole.
Wow. Now, for those of you who don't know the history of the Cincinnati fart, it was when I was pregnant with our first son, Ellis, and we were in Cincinnati for a wedding, and I'd eaten on the boat buffet.
The boat buffet, the rehearsal dinner.
Correct. And I remember that day I had mixed bread rolls with butter. I had some meats. I had some...
It's pretty rich.
Pasta. I had some fruits. And
it wasn't paleo.
It was not. This is before we were eating like that. And in the hotel room of the Renaissance 618, I had the longest, loudest fart of my life.
It was pretty outrageous. I was there. I witnessed it. I heard it. I smelled it. It has since affected me emotionally. I've gone to therapy about it.
Yeah.
It affected my sleep, the way that I trust women.
Right.
It's really made quite an impact. And
for everybody. I think we've all felt the impact of the Cincinnati.
I know that the Renaissance Hotel chain was impacted by it as well.
Well, the mommies bombarded them with calls and...
There's new locations don't even have a room 618. They said it's just cannot be duplicated. So
yeah, I don't know if my fart smelled like cum, though. That one's a little... Were we butt fucking when I was 6 months pregnant with Alice?
Were we? I don't think so, but we can look into that.
I mean, we never butt fuck. That's not our thing, guys.
No.
There's a lot going on at this Somerville home. There are 2 adults, 3 kids, more than 60 animals, including some fish, and a whole bunch of moose turds. Mary Winchenbach runs Turdy Works. It's art made from the stuff that moose leave behind.
Everyone takes a crap. Everyone goes to the bathroom, so everyone can relate to that. And the terms that I use to name these products are everyday terms that, people are used to hearing and stuff. So you just try to, combine the two to come up with something halfway decent that's funny,
She seems neat.
One man's moose turd is another man's art.
For example, the first thing that we make now, instead of a cuckoo clock, see, this is a poo-poo clock. And what we did see is we took them turds and we crammed them in between the number there, so that's 130, 230, 330.
That's just one of many products she offers.
Now over here we make fecal people. And depending upon the shape of them middle turds right there, we can do them with big boobs or guts or butts or long legs or short legs. See, because there's no 2 turds that are ever alike. You ever seen a turd, the 2 turds alike? No.
Can I tell you something?
You love her?
If I know America, I know that our country will love something like this.
I think they already do.
Can I tell you? I kind of want
one of those turds.
The two turdy clock.
There's more.
Oh.
Mary says half the battle is getting her product, but to do that, she doesn't have to travel far.
The turds are all local. We just go out and track the moose, and wherever the moose are, they're going to take a crap.
Sure.
And I have found that when a moose takes a dump, you walk about 50 yards in any direction, and they take another dump.
Sure.
That's true, Mary.
Well, she's been studying this for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I like her product. But I think
the product is solid.
It's great. But how do you devote your life to moose turd? That's got to be something else,
Yeah.
That's just got to. And how does it doesn't smell? I'm assuming by the time it's on the clock or something.
Yeah, I mean it's dried out. It's still part of me just goes, oh, there's pieces of shit all over that.
Right, but that's the fun, Tom. That's
I don't
the
know if
novelty.
that's the fun.
That's the novelty.
Yeah, I kind of like it on video. I don't know if I need it.
But imagine
simple and efficient business model.
And when a moose takes a dump, they'll crap out between 200 and 400 turds every time they take a crap. So it's like I get $5 a turd for these things. So I get jumping right up and down. I get excited when I see a turd.
I get excited when I see a turd.
It's pay dirt. Hey, can I tell you why people get this? Because it's the fun and the novelty of being like, see that clock over there? You like it?
Oh, I get it. No, I get that.
It's a moose turd, dude.
Since going viral, she doesn't know what her next local stop will be, but she's upping her game with a new Turdy Works Facebook page to peddle her poop.
Get on there, and that's all my turds are on that page right there with the prices, and click on them, and then get to me and let me know what you need for turds, and I ship it everywhere.
Brian Sullivan, WABI TV5 News.
Is this real?
This is real, yeah.
I think I love her.
Yeah, no, she's great.
Dude, she's my soulmate, this broad.
Yeah, she's great, man.
I ship it everywhere.
Yeah. Turds are all local. I love that.
The turds are all local.
Organic.
Yeah.
She
just
gets
excited.
She gets fucking juiced when she sees a moose shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Everyone takes a crap. When a moose takes a dump.
You know what I like too is she says that they're all personalized. Like every poop is different.
Yeah, and there's no two the same.
Yeah.
She's like, have you ever seen two of the same? No.
Like snowflakes, and then
that's really what they are.
I get excited when I see a turd.
Yeah. Yeah.
That has to be one of the top 10 weirdest shit. That's definitely one of the weirdest clips I've seen on this show.
It's pretty great.
And that's a genuine weird.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's really good.
What is face
Face what is a face fart?
It's how do you
what is
face fart?
face fart.
You know what I like too?
You should try it.
You should try it. Is equine diarrhea. That was one of my favorite clips
that was
too.
Great.
It's pretty funny. Anything about animal poop, I really like that.
Equine diarrhea.
Equine diarrhea.
That was also
Equine diarrhea.
Didn't I make an equine diarrhea song for you?
I don't remember.
I did.
I don't know.
Back in the day, I did. It was just, I just basically kept dropping that into
Equine diarrhea.
Yeah.
Well, our 10th wedding anniversary is coming up. If you wanted to make some, if you want to buy me a moose poop collage or whatever she's making.
No, I don't.
Wind chimes?
No, I don't want to do that.
Moose poop wind chimes.
You want that?
Yeah. No, I don't want our kid touching it. Then your fucking 2-year-old's going to put it in his mouth and stuff.
Of course. You'll be like, yeah, I ate this clock today.
No, you don't want that stuff, bro.
What's on the clock? Just a bunch of moose shit. You guys cool with me doing that?
No. Shit nasty. Are you excited for the holidays? I am.
Yeah, what are you excited about?
Well, I already decorated our house for Hollow Jeans.
Yeah, it's
I went to
super scary.
Michael's Arts and Crafts with a kid. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it all, dude.
I know you do.
Now you're in Sober October. You're not even going to talk about that shit?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, these glasses are hurting now.
I did Rogain's podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
With Bart and
How fat is he now? What is his weight like?
He's super fat. He's almost 250.
No, how fat was he when you started your weight loss challenge last time?
Last time he said he started at 250 something.
Oh, so he's in the range that he was before we even
Did the weight loss, yeah. He's
Wow.
almost that big. And I would believe, he says almost 250. I'm sure he's more than two. He always kind of.
Right, fudges.
Yeah.
Oh, I just peed a little.
But
it's fun.
Yeah, so this time we're doing sober. The sobriety part is not hard.
Not for you.
For me. So I'm not worried about that at all. But I don't know. The thing we're doing this time, instead of the 15, 90-minute hot yoga classes, we got these heart monitors, and they give you points based on your effort. So we're shooting for highest point total.
That's cool. So explain how that works. It calculates points dependent on your effort, meaning like how fast your heart
rate
beats.
Yeah,
Okay.
heart rate.
Now you have the heart rate of a serial killer / sociopath. So does that give you some kind of advantage or disadvantage?
No, because what ends up happening is as soon as it determines your max heart rate, it gives you first plug in your age and it determines it based on the formula. But then when you work out a few times, it figures out what your peak is.
Gotcha.
And then it's really giving you points just based on your effort with relation to the percentage of your max heart rate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right. So it kind of gauges it first as a baseline.
It'll adjust based on what it gets up to.
Cool.
But basically, the person that can actually earn the most points isn't like Joe's is the best conditioned athlete among us.
Oh my God, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that he will actually earn the most points, because actually he probably recovers better than anybody.
Yeah.
Meaning that he'll get less points once his heart is in the recovery mode, right? Once it's actually lower. So actually Fat Bert can get a lot of points because his heart will be so stressed because he's so out of shape that it'll spike a lot more, and you get more points when it's at the accelerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I do wish we could have a camera. Oh no, you guys proposed this. Was it called a scram bracelet?
Oh yeah.
Last year, I thought that was really funny to put a bracelet on Bert to monitor him. Basically, what that does is tell you if he drinks alcohol, right?
Even a drop, it sends a signal to us. It'll give us email notifications.
Now that made me really laugh. So I'm a little bummed that we can't do. We should do scram bracelets on all of you just to make it fair.
They're pretty expensive.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
How much are they?
I forget, but they're pretty expensive.
Can no one donate them? Are you a listener that could donate a scram bracelet?
It'd be so great.
That would make me laugh so fucking hard, dude.
So last week we proposed this. Hold on, I gotta show these guys.
The preposition? The preposition?
Yeah.
Why can't I talk today?
I'm sure.
I know. It's I haven't slept in 3 years. That's maybe why. I haven't slept through the night.
That's it?
That's it. No, I literally have not slept through the night in a year since I got pregnant with the second baby. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm on another planet. Can I have a sip of your coffee, Gene?
Yeah. Sure. It's cold now.
Ah, farts. Is it noon already? No.
So last week we talked about the psychopath test.
Yeah.
And I can run through some of these questions with you.
May I do the asking?
Okay.
Well, I feel like you're going to pick the ones that are best suited to your needs, not the objective needs.
No, you don't pick.
But we're not going to do all of them right now is what I'm saying. So you're going to cherry pick right now as we're doing this segment.
No, let's just run through a couple of them and I can start scoring.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Success is based on survival of the fittest. I am not concerned about the losers.
For you, that's how are we doing this on a 1 to 10?
1 to 5. 5 is I very much agree.
Well,
1 is not apply at all.
That's a 7 for you.
Okay. All right. That seems.
Wait, are we going to take this test independently and then let's do the first 5 questions?
Yeah, and then we'll do more.
Okay,
later.
go ahead.
Okay. Are you answering as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I find myself in the same kinds of trouble time after time. That's no.
Isn't that everybody? Oh.
What kind of trouble am I in? I'm not in any trouble.
That's true. I don't get into trouble either.
No, that's not a match, babe.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, what's right is whatever I can get away with. That's definitely more of a you than a me, just so you know.
No, that's a 10 for me.
Yeah, you need to go ahead and be honest.
I know that. But that's my immigrant mentality. That's not a sociopath mentality.
Yeah. Okay. I am often bored.
I mean, I have small children.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm often bored.
Oh. No, neither do I.
No, answer your question honestly.
Bored?
There's a scale, so you can be like, you can somewhat agree with it. You can, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
1, 2, 5.
Moderate match is a 3.
Oh yeah, okay, go ahead. Number 5.
Okay.
Okay, give me the last question.
Okay, number 5 is, in today's world, I feel justified in doing anything I can to get away with to succeed.
I mean, here, the thing is with that question, it's like anything I can't. I mean, we're self starters in a way, showbiz people.
Yeah.
Not anything illegal. I think that's what they're.
There's a sliding scale though, so you say it however much.
Okay,
you
all
feel
right.
it.
Okay, let's start. So number 1, what did you get? Read the question again and tell me what you got.
So number 1, success is based on survival of the fittest. I am not concerned about the losers. I gave myself a high match for that, a 5.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
You're not concerned about the losers.
Correct.
Meaning by any means necessary, I believe that is what that translates to.
It says success is based on survival of the fittest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there's winners and there's losers.
Right.
And I like to surround myself with winners. Mm-hmm. And I believe in associating with winners.
Right.
And I'm not concerned with like bottom feeders and pieces of shit.
I'm sorry, read the question in its entirety, not with your additional commentary.
Success is based on survival of the fittest. I am not concerned about the losers.
Right. So you're one of those people that would say like, I don't care about welfare people. I don't care about the homeless. Society doesn't need to care about.
Well, that's an interpretation of that. I didn't interpret it that way.
Well, how do you interpret it as?
I interpret it as like in my field that I work in, there's, in order to succeed, there's a certain mentality you have to have. And there's people that will bring you down. Those are losers.
I agree with that.
So I ignore losers.
But you're a 5 on that.
But I'm associating it with my interpretation of that.
Sure. I think you're interpreting that to be kinder than it's meant to be interpreted. I see that as like by any means necessary. Like,
well, that might, you might be right.
Losers, I'm doing my thing.
You might be right, but I'm just saying that maybe I interpreted it wrong. But I'm just telling you.
I got a 2. I'm just going to tell you, I'm at a 2 because I think that losers you should be sympathetic to losers. Maybe I don't think you should do it. You should succeed at the cost of others.
I don't know that it says that, though.
Okay.
I'm not concerned
Let's
about
go to
the
number
losers.
2. Yeah.
I'm not concerned about the losers, and it's calling them losers.
Right. I don't call them losers.
But I'm saying that's that's the statement.
Sure. You call people losers in your head is what you're saying.
No, it says losers.
Right. And you strongly agree with losers.
No, I'm saying that if someone is a loser,
Right.
like which is how this is describing a person, I am not concerned with them because
Okay.
they're a fucking loser.
Gotcha. Next question.
I find myself in the same kinds of trouble time after time. That is definitely.
We don't get into trouble.
That's
you know.
what I'm
at a
saying.
1. Yeah, I don't do trouble.
For me, what's right is right. Whatever I can get away with. No.
Yeah.
I don't.
I strongly agree with that.
Yeah, that's totally your mentality.
Yeah, I'm a 5.
Okay. Totally psychotic. I am often bored. No.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. That's you.
Well, number 3. I'm restless, but that's always how I think what it is I get bored. Yeah, I need to be intellectually stimulated. But I see that as a sign of intelligence, right? Am I you know?
On the 5th one, in today's world, I feel justified in doing anything I can to get away with to succeed.
No,
but I think there's some, there's a dialed down, moderate. Like you do allow yourself. I'm saying little things that aren't egregious or truly like
you cut little corners here and there.
So I identify with that a little bit, but I don't agree with doing things to hurt people to succeed.
No, but I'd say that I cut corners more than you do.
I think
I'm
so, too.
shadier in some regard
100% you
with
are.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is an extensive. That's just the first 5 questions.
First 5. Yeah, there's more.
We should be taking these independently and having them evaluated.
Okay. And then you get a score total, and then we'll see what that means.
You know what? I think that I don't think that your sociopathy, your no neuropathy problems.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more about your rage. I see you one day acting out of rage.
Mm-hmm.
And being impulsive with your anger.
Really?
More than this kind of stuff. Like, I don't give a shit about other people. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, I don't really feel like that. I mean, that question, I feel like maybe I misinterpreted it, but I thought it's trying to tell you, like, what do you think about someone who they're calling a loser?
Right. See, but people like me read that, and I don't think of people as winners or losers. So you'd have to agree with them to use the language there that there are winners and there are losers in the world.
Well, I feel like the statement is saying, like, see, the way I basically to further interpret that is like, hey, there's negative people.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You're interpreting it, I think, in like the Tony Robbins sense.
Yeah.
I think they're interpreting it as like a callous way of referring to somebody
who's just
you fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you. Like the way my dad would be like, you hang out with these fucking losers, man.
Yeah.
Meaning like people that don't have their shit together.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think they mean like that's what the sociopath calls people that they don't think are worthy of being considered human. They're fucking loser. Like they're losers in the world.
Oh, I wish I could get some clarity on that.
Yeah, these tests are kind of, I don't know. You're definitely something wrong, but
definitely something wrong.
I'm glad you see a therapist at least weekly. That's really important.
Okay. Let's take a break.
Okay.
And we'll have a guest with us here soon. Should be a lot of fun. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
And that'll be that. All right.
Sight.
We'll take a break that you'll know nothing about.
Yep.
All right. We are back from our break that you didn't hear. And we are joined by a friend of ours, a comedian, an alum of Trash Ass, Miami. We are here. It's rivalry week. Christina doesn't know this.
Nope,
but
no idea what you're talking
this
about.
week, Florida State and University of Miami are playing, and it's a big deal. I have a feeling, my guess is that the underperforming and unranked Seminoles will defeat the overrated Miami Hurricanes. And that our guest, Finesse Mitchell, on Saturday will end up being a
crime, motherfucker.
And that is how it'll go.
Man, I guess I'm allowed to talk now.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. So let me start off.
South African Comedy Festival alum.
Yep,
absolutely.
That's how we met.
Nando's
chicken.
That's right.
It's good
Sponsored
chicken.
by.
It's pretty good chicken.
It's pretty good chicken.
Yeah.
I still remember.
That's their slogan. It's pretty good chicken.
Is that right?
No.
Oh, I
It'd
know.
be great if
I remember
it was.
it had peri sauce or something.
That's
shit,
right.
Right.
And I just
their
saw
big-
Ian Bag last night.
Oh,
Did you last night? Where at? One of the clubs?
No, what's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I saw him Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
You got new baby brain right now.
Yeah, he's got the same
What
brain
day
we
is
do.
it? I know.
Well, your wife and I had babies around the right same time. We're July
Absolutely.
20th, and when was your baby
I was
born?
July 2nd.
See?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I think.
Where'd you see Ian? Which club?
I know.
We did something for John Stites, the American Legion up on Highland. The vets have a new theater.
Okay.
So we went in there. It was super great. The theater is super dope. You can shoot a special in this theater. And
That's like Hollywood Highland area?
Yeah, Hollywood Highland. And it's off to the left when you're coming down. You won't even pay attention to it if you knew it was over there. You just drive right by it. But it's a huge building. And in the back of it, it has to be like an 800, 900 seat theater.
That's beautiful.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we went in there, killed it, and he was just like, you know how Ian is. Just, you know, all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? But yeah, man. But back to your intro.
Yeah.
I disagree with everything you said. I want to shout out the 305 boys, 954 boys,
Seventh Floor Crew.
Seven who?
Seventh Floor Crew boys.
I guess if that's Miami or South Florida, yes, all them.
Isn't that the Seventh Floor Crew? They put out that
The Seventh Floor Crew.
Wasn't that it? Isn't that what it was called?
I think I know what you're
Let me
talking
see.
about.
Hold on. Seventh Floor Crew.
Hey, you guys are really talking in
while
codes.
you find that,
Yeah.
I just want to say, like I said, shout out to all the Canes, and is that it?
Yeah.
This is marvelous. This song, what I say?
So players put this out.
Song in
I know the song.
You do?
not meant to disrespect any women.
If that bitch only knew.
Yeah. You remember it?
All right, bring the track.
She got nutted. I remember this song. It's a good one.
305.
You love it, Finesse?
What?
Only knew. All right.
That she was getting fucked on the 7th floor.
There you go.
Hey, is that the Miami Boys?
Yeah. Jesus.
Only knew that she was getting mudded by the whole crew.
What term did he say? Mudded?
Yeah.
Mudded?
What does
That's
that even mean?
this is from the Greg Olson, John Beeson, Darnell Jenkins days. So I guess that's early 2000s, right? Yeah.
You love this song. You play this for me all the time.
Marvelous.
What you do?
Y'all conceived to this
Slang
song
gigs.
right here.
Yeah.
True. If you only knew that your hoe was getting dug up by the whole 7th floor crew, tell me what would you do? Would you cry? Like
Miami don't even have no 7th floor. We don't have no dorms that high. So what are they talking about?
Maybe they moved into some building together. I don't know.
guess. Did he start off by saying, we don't mean to disrespect nobody, no women,
Right.
Very perceptive.
because we educated down there, man.
We're not going to disrespect anything. Your bitch is getting mudded by the whole crew.
Mudded.
Mudded.
Good Lord.
Why are we
Nobody want to go
adapting
after
that
John
more?
Beeson.
No.
Greg Olson better go first.
Wait, Finesse, did you grow up in Miami?
No, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And I had the choice to walk on at any college, but I chose Miami. I was really looking at Clemson or Duke. And after interviewing with Duke and Clemson, just on the educational side, I was just like...
Wasn't because it was going to be too demanding?
Well, the thing is that...
People don't know, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that academically Miami's... Because a lot of it
it's private school.
Yeah, they just associate the football team. They don't know anything about the
Right.
school, but it's a top-tier university.
Small school, we probably have maybe 7,000, 8,000 students. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God, that is tiny.
It's tiny school. But the school and the brand of the team and the logo and just the winning and just whooping Florida State ass year after year after year and right, left and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the NCAA came in and just said, you know what? This is ridiculous. We're just going to slap sanctions on you for no damn reason.
Nothing.
And
They didn't do anything.
We didn't do shit. We didn't do shit that nobody else was doing. And basically killed scholarships and was like, you can have 20 scholarships a year.
What?
For like 5 years. And so it just killed the program. And so they've been clawing their way back. But
Do you think they're back? Do you think they're back now?
I think they're close.
They're close.
Yeah. I think Mark Rick is our new coach. You know what I mean? And he was a great recruiter at Georgia, and now, he
was the perennial 10-win season
that's
guy.
that dude, man.
10.
But the big games is just like, I wouldn't have called that play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's that guy. Like, why did you call that play at the big game in the big moment when you're supposed to go to the championship?
But back to you said when you're leaving high school, you interview or you go to Clemson and Duke?
Yeah, Clemson, Duke, Auburn, and Georgia Tech.
Jesus Christ.
That's also a great school.
FSU.
You visited there too?
No, well, Georgia Tech is in Atlanta. So
right, but you visited FSU also?
I did not visit FSU. But here's the thing. My SAT scores were not the best.
Mine either.
Like they weren't over 1,000.
Mine either.
So for these type of schools, you got to at least, break 1,000. And I was like, y'all know I'm trying to play football, right? And then they were like, you still got, I said, I know a lot of them cats aren't breaking 1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
And they was like, yeah, but you can't have a 740. I said, okay, well, cool. okay. But what it was, FSU. So I took it again, and I got like a 930 or something like that, and it was like, okay, this is respectable. We're gonna get you in there. But most of the schools were like, you got to start June 10th, and school let out like June 7th.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm like, no summer, and when you that age, you like, nah. And Miami was like, come on when you want to come on.
By the way,
I love the priorities.
The reason I didn't play college football is because a school asked me to take a summer class.
Seriously?
Before freshman year. So I graduated this guy. This is a small school, not like Miami level shit. And they're like, okay, so, we'll talk to the coach. She's like, so you'll be here. Can't wait. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And then like an academic office person was like, so your math scores are horrific. So you need to take this math class before you come in here. And I was like, nah.
Negative.
And then the day before summer camp, he called me. He's like, we're excited you'll be here tomorrow. You're going to be a contributor, right? I was like, Coach, I'm not coming. And he was like, what? I go, you guys said I had to take a math class. He goes, so? I go, so I didn't take it.
Oh,
so I'm not coming. And he was like, I'm just finding this out right now. I'm like, well, I mean, I just didn't want to take a math class this summer. It's summer after senior year.
I'm same way.
But you're so easily deterred in high school.
Looking back on it, you realize, that wasn't like the right decision.
Shit,
of course.
But at 17 years old, you're like,
you could not have talked me into that math class.
There were certain colleges I didn't apply to because there was an essay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and you're
absolutely.
Like, I can't write this.
Do you know when
thing.
I wrote as an essay? I made it up. It was terrible. I was like, there was this kid, and he had cancer, and he inspired me to be a better person.
Did you get into that school?
No. I wrote this whole thing. I was like, I still think of him every day as my friend. Like, it was so like bullshit heartfelt, and I was like, this makes me look like a good guy.
Yeah, but how many of those do you think they get in the admissions office?
Thousands.
It's all sad stories.
Sad stories, yeah.
I don't think people read that shit. Who's reading that shit?
I don't know.
Like, other students are reading that shit.
Is that right?
Grown people ain't reading that stuff.
You think
Too many. You got applications from
30,000
kids.
There's no way.
That shit.
That's true.
I wonder if they even do that nowadays, or you just look at somebody's Instagram.
I think they look at an algorithm of how many white males do we have, how many white females do we have, how many black males do we have. I mean, you know what I mean? And then they try to like pull applications and sort them out.
Do you know what happened at Harvard or earlier this year? They were like, we have too many Asians.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna start turning down more Asian applicants because we're just full of them here. Like, they're just so many qualified Asians that we got to be like, nah. So they're turning down, and then some Asian students.
But that's fucked up too. I mean,
of course,
just because they're Asian, it's like,
of course they're going like, hey man, I got 1,600, I got 4.0.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but you're Asian. We got a bunch of you.
That's so funny.
The white man.
The white man.
Yeah.
The white man.
Fucking whitey.
Yeah. Let's go back to fun.
Right, Finesse?
Yeah. Hey. I predict the score to be like 28 to like 13.
Well, look, I don't know much about
respectable.
The semen holes, but they're having a bad year from
really
what I've seen.
What's crazy?
Semen holes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, she loves it.
How you even start liking them, dog?
As a kid.
Okay.
As
All
a
right.
kid. I mean, honestly,
Semen
you know what it
holes.
was? I remember as a kid, it was probably honestly watching primetime. Like, I mean, you're a kid, you're playing like Little League football. You see Dion, it's like, what the fuck is that?
But you didn't see Michael Irvin on the other side? And all
No,
them
because
cats?
I remember watching I remember watching games and seeing them just smoke people. I'm talking like 8, 9 years old. Like I wasn't even really aware, but I was like, it's white and gold, looks clean. They're kicking people's ass. And then we moved to Florida. And then then it just solidified it more because I already had like a following of them. And then you're like, well, you got to choose one of the big three. I was surrounded by Gator fans. I was like, I hate these motherfuckers. And then, I dove in deep. But I don't, I'm not one of these fair weather people. I still.
That's true about you.
I stick to who I stick to.
That's cool. Mine was more in depth, man. I was like, that Miami Vice show is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to Miami. I love the Canes. And that was it. Ricardo Tubbs.
I love that too. I love Miami.
I don't know what Philip Michael Thomas is to this day, but
Hannibal Buress told me that he almost went to Miami because of Will Smith's song, For Real.
Wow, that's so funny.
He was like, that song was like,
it was a good song.
Catchy.
It was a jam.
Like, I want to go
people
there.
be thinking like, if you're not like in some like legacy type of situation where you're like, I got to go to this school. When people are like, hey, well, what college are you going to? I'm like, the one that accepts me.
Right.
The one that my parents probably don't want me to go to.
Of course.
So many things factor into it that you would never even think that you would take into consideration. Like, I literally didn't want to go to any school that was like, you got to start in June. Yeah. I was like, fuck that.
That's
no
5
way.
off. Yeah. And you had your pick of the litter, it sounds like.
I went to the college that accepted me. I got accepted by one school. It's a small school, Lenore Ryan College, North Carolina. That's why people are like, why'd you go there? I'm like, because they said yes.
Yeah.
Right. And basically nobody else did.
Wait,
so.
I was such a dummy in high school. I got into college on academic probation. No, I got waitlisted, and then I got in on probation. I had to take a college success class when I got there. That's how stupid I was.
How'd y'all meet?
Stand up. We met as open micers at the Cat Club on Sunset Boulevard 16 years ago.
I don't even know what the Cat Club is.
Yeah,
it's no longer there.
It can't be there. It was like
It's on
it was
Sunset.
owned by
The Stray Cats, the guy in the Stray Cats.
it's rock. It was just like it was a small venue. It was a bar, and they just had,
love at first sight, or was y'all just like
No, he
just
likes me.
kept just showing up and seeing each other?
I liked her. I knew right away. You know when they're like, oh, she has a boyfriend right away, and I was like, all right, cool. We're doing shows together all the time, so you just be cool. I just wasn't a dick about it.
He was like a grown man. I met him when he was 23, and I was 26 years old. But Tom Segura acted like an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like
he looked like
he looks old as fuck, right?
Tom comes off as I'm 55.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
When he was like 18, 19 years old.
Yes, that's exactly
right. To this day. Even in South Africa, everything was just like, we could die if we walk down that street. So let's probably go this way. I'm like, who talks like that?
That is so perceptive of you, Finesse.
Well, black people be like, fuck no, I ain't going down that motherfucker. He's just like, no, let's not just give that a chance. Let's go this way. You're like, who talks like that?
You know why?
Wait, I talk like that?
Yeah. Because nothing excites you and nothing phases you, right? He's always like this because he has an abnormally low heart rate. The way that serial killers and sociopaths do, they need extra stimulation for excitement. No, even when I told him I was pregnant.
I'm going to give you an iMovie tutorial because you can make your own videos right here on your laptop.
He remembers.
When I first opened up my Mac 6 years later to say, you know what, I should probably follow up on what Tom said and went to iMovie, his video is the first thing that I saw.
See?
Of him trying to help me set it up.
Aww.
That's crazy. But go ahead with you.
No, I'm saying that he has no, there's no excitement or there's no... He's very calm, steady. Even when I was like, I'm pregnant, he was like, that's neat.
Narrow bandwidth.
Yes.
Not too much excitement.
Right.
Not too much it's just, I stay here.
There are very few things I've seen you get really stoked about
One of them
in 15 years.
is Florida State football.
I was about to say, it got to be football.
He goes bananas.
Got to be football.
You motherfuckers.
That's why I can't even watch
But
it.
you know what
in
I
my
tell
house
people?
Because of the kids.
But this is what I tell people. It's only worth liking a team if you're emotionally invested.
Right.
When somebody goes, yeah, I like it, and then they go, oh, they lost. I'm like, why are you even watching?
Right.
Like, if you don't have, I'm not saying you should punch holes in the wall, but like, if it doesn't do something to you emotionally, is it even worth?
My Canes and my Falcons? Fuck that.
You're the Hurricanes, I know that.
Yeah,
wait, so when you arrive in Coral Gables, 18, you walk on?
Hoes. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My brain jumped.
I mean,
Oh
what
my
you're
God.
walking? It's like early 90s.
Yeah, 91.
You're fucking
Yeah, we won a
stacked on that
championship
team.
that year. Yeah.
So wait, but I always wonder this when you walk on to a team and it's full of like future, all pros.
Right.
I mean, don't you have that moment where you're like, do I belong here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And isn't it terrifying to a
Absolutely.
degree?
I sent a letter, and Erickson was the coach at the time, and I think it was the mid-July, end of July. It was like tryouts. If you're here, come on down, tryouts. I'm like, I'm there. Fuck it.
And
So I
when you
went-
arrive for tryouts, it's just guys trying out.
pretty much.
You're not seeing the
So
scholarship guys yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
You saw some people working out that was on a different field.
Yeah.
But it had to be like maybe 40 guys down there
To try out. Okay.
Jesus.
And so that shit was like a play. They did all the shit that, constitutes trying out for a team. And at the end, they put up a little list. It's fucking 8 names up there. And it was, you follow your finger and you're like, see your name. You're like, Mom, I'm a hurricane. She was like, baby, I told you that you was going to be a hurricane.
Wow.
And so as soon as I saw Coach Erickson, I said, I wrote you a letter. He was like, I got it. I was like, fuck you did. You did my damn letter. And then when I got in the locker room, and then you meet the guys, because back then the whole team was Miami and Texas. And then our quarterback was either from California or, some weird place where you pluck a quarterback from. But when you're around the team, the first thing I said was, I am not going to say my name is Alfred. That's the first thing I thought. I said, okay, I'm going to go with Finesse. I'm going to stick to it. And
Was that already a nickname?
It was. People was already calling me Finesse.
Okay.
So it was just like, all right.
I didn't know that was not your God-given name.
Nah.
Alfred
Mitchell.
Draw all this time.
Finesse was believable.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Fuck it. You know what I mean?
You do look like a finesse.
You know what? I grew into it.
Yeah.
I kind of grew into it.
So you're like, I'm not giving them that ammo.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it was just, so what up, my, So once you trying to like really listen just to decipher how their cadence are just by saying hello, like, because everything was fuck boy, fuck nigga, fuck this, that, whoop your ass out on that goddamn field, football, So,
Really? Talking shit?
Just talking, just everyday lingo. It just starts always like that and it ends like that.
That your practices were fucking crazy.
But when I stepped out there and saw like the other 18-year-old kids running 4.3s or huge as fuck, and I was like, I should have went to Duke. I should have went to fucking Duke. I would have been starting. I would have probably gotten the league. 6'1" cornerback, with like 4.5 speed, and this Duke. They would have looked at me.
Yeah.
Because I would have been going against the same,
sure,
talent. So, but anyway, I fell so much in love with the school, with the atmosphere, with the women, with the, failing economics year after year after year. I didn't want to quit. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get more than a D out this goddamn class. So... And then became a frat boy, huge frat boy.
Really?
Kappa
What was
Alpha
your...
Psi
okay.
is my fraternity. And it's so funny how you say what was. Like white fraternities, sororities, you do it and then it's kind of like done. But like we get branded, we get tattoos. Yeah. It's for life.
I'm
still Kappa. Like
Do you meet up with the boys
all
still?
the damn time.
Really?
We go vacation, we go to meetings, we go to all that stuff.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're like friends. That's good, though.
Remind us, like, 91, who were some of, like, the big names from that era? From
Warren
team?
Sapp.
Fuck.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What?
The Rock.
I know that guy.
Ray Lewis was on the team.
I heard of him.
Yeah, man. All of our tight ends. Like, I can just name stupid, crazy names from that era. From, like...
Did you ever run into The Rock, dude?
One time, bro. Crazy ass story.
His rise to fame is just insane.
That's insane. Yeah. Like he's the top box office draw
bananas.
Yeah.
in Hollywood.
And he's got that super positive.
Yeah, he
like,
seems
still lives in
sweet.
Florida.
And in college, had your demeanor, had your tone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like a real
Barely
easy,
alive.
laid back guy.
Yeah.
Dwayne.
So
Sometimes
now
they
I know
call
what
him
my
Dewey.
future is.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
know.
be like
That's
the biggest
great.
movie star on earth.
I love it.
You like 15 years behind. You taking your time.
Right.
But, you know,
But in my 60s, I'm going to kill it, dude.
You know what? I told somebody the other day, they was like, what's your goal, Finesse? Because I got my first comedy special coming out.
Hey,
Congratulations.
congrats.
What's the name of it?
The Spirit told me to tell you.
Nice.
Showtime, October 19th.
Hey.
You know what I'm
Put it in your calendars
Yeah.
now.
Shit.
Absolutely.
Put it in your
Good.
calendars now.
You're so funny, man. When we spent time in Africa,
This shit is big time.
Thank you, brother.
You were so funny. You're such a killer. And
my favorite thing about I feel like there's different lanes for comics. Is that at least my take on Finesse was that he really wants everyone to have a good time at the show.
Yes,
and I appreciate
you're
that
a true performer,
from an entertainer. I go like, oh, this guy wants us all to leave here happy and laughing.
A giver. You're a giver.
And it was like, hey, you're going to be in, do you mind hosting? I was like, no. Well, I think the job of the host is to make the best show possible.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that too. Yeah.
You know? So I don't know if y'all remember, but I was like, Mitch Fatal can't follow David Cow. So I don't know why we keep doing this city after city, but we are proving to ourselves that David Cow, who is a native South African, kind of has the pulse of his own backyard.
Yeah.
So we might want to let him go last. Because he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's making me laugh about politicians I don't even know.
Me too. I remember that.
You know what I mean? I'm like, he's doing politics in Africa, and I'm dying.
I know.
And then the whites and the blacks and the coloreds, everybody's standing ovation.
Yeah.
And then Mitch comes out talking about nipples. I'm like, it's not a good show.
Fucking David Cow.
David
brought
Cow,
the
bro.
heat.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And everybody was super funny. It's so funny because when you talk about South African comedy and people who are familiar with it, it's two names. It's Trevor Noah and it's David Cow.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Society, the light-skinned dude gets the Daily Show, while the darker comic is just a huge, humongous local talent.
It's not
but
over
pulling
yet, though.
17,000 people at his shows. It's
crazy.
He has that show, Blacks Only.
Blacks Only.
I love this shirt.
Yeah.
We asked for shirts and he gave it to him. And then I wore them and then I'm like, I look like a dick.
Yeah.
Because I'm walking around with Blacks Only
It's
shirts.
just not going to
People are
translate.
Like,
I wear it around the house and just to remember, this
Where
was South
people in
Africa.
South Africa are just like, when is the show? And even white people are like, when is that show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
come to America with a Blacks Only
Yeah, like,
shirt, it's not going to.
I don't know, man. Don't you think if you could put that show on in Atlanta for sure.
Yeah.
Right? Like in a big black metropolitan area?
No, because here's the thing, especially about Atlanta, that a lot of people don't realize. The reason the city thrives and is such a dope city is that the white people that live inside of the city has pretty much said, you know what? You guys can have it.
Yeah. You guys run the show.
We're going to enjoy football and baseball together. We're both not going to attend Hawks games. We have meetings.
Yeah.
But as far as politics and like the hierarchy of it's like it's pretty much always been a civil rights type of brand city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we get along great. But we're not fooled. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to go around and put a Blacks Only shirt and go to the Falcons game, because then it's like they're going to make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you don't want to
They could have made
Yeah.
you don't want to test the waters to see how much you can push it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they enjoy living on the outskirts of the city and driving in versus living in the city. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, we're going to vote out the black mayor and get a white mayor. I mean, they've been trying for years, but it's
a unique experience to see a black dominant American city, right? Like when you go to big cities, you see a mix. But Atlanta, you're like, oh, like you guys run the show.
Right.
It's a dominant city.
But what brings us together is sports and music.
That's true.
Entertainment and sports.
Now, let me ask you a question about your time in South Africa with us. Tom and I ate so much on that trip that we actually had to go shop for bigger pants. Did you get fat in Africa too?
No. I don't.
How did you not get fat?
I bought pants at the department store.
We got so fucking fat
and
there.
They go, these are the biggest pants. You unless you get pants made, there's no pants for sale bigger than this in Africa.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
we
such a finicky eater, though. I ate a lot of that chicken.
Yeah.
And I think
man, that was good.
Red meat. Did you eat the steaks? There's a lot of steak.
That's what we were eating at night. We would finish the shows, eat steak, and then like with full meals.
So you
and
know
go to bed.
what me and my lady, Idris, who came with me, we really loaded up on breakfast. We could never really adjust to the time.
Yeah.
So we had to set our alarm to actually wake up, come out of the hotel, and go down and eat that buffet breakfast.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all remember Durban with the monkeys.
Yes.
That's out
Yeah.
around, you know
That
what
was
I mean?
fun.
But so we would load up on Durban. Then we had that casino joint in Joburg that we stayed at. And then, but when it just came to like nighttime, it was like, are we going to go find a nice place to eat? And it was like, let's eat at the show. And it was just that type of shit.
You're smart. Now,
we did a lot of room service.
Oh, that's
Remember
what
the
you
really
did.
nice place we stayed at?
Yeah.
That was in Joburg.
Joburg.
That was like
they had the casino
regal.
next door. Yeah,
God
that was
damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and you were the only guy
who brought merch.
Motherfucker.
So smart.
Brought merch.
It's like show
damn
8,
it.
and I'm like, I kind of feel like I should have brought merch now. He's like, so you can have this? And it's like $5,000.
He's out in the lobby just stacking checks. God damn it.
It was like I had the official merch after everybody said.
Yes.
Hey, do you want anything to remember this show by? Come buy my merch. Come buy my merch.
So smart.
It looked, and we had so much fucking Rand. It was called Rand, right? We had
Yeah,
so
that's
much
right.
Rand by the time we got to Joburg on this table. It was like we was just taking pictures, like we were drug dealers and shit. But,
Remember how they would get? We had like runners that would like run us around.
yeah.
I remember the guy took us to
Yeah.
the airport, and I just reached in my pocket because they run you around all the time. They're part of the festival. I just pulled out what I had, and I was like, "Thanks, man." And he looked at it and he goes, "Thank you. I'll buy a beer with this." I was like he totally was like.
I don't even know what
They
this
brought
shit
me
is,
some
though.
weed.
I was
Like I was
Really?
joking around. Like I was like, man, y'all, if y'all get a
Really?
weed connect, let me know. When I tell you, they brought me a huge Ziploc bag of the biggest joints, like super thick as your thumb. But they weren't even blunts; they were joints, and they had a tip on them and everything.
They're like,
and
"Give
it
us
had to
$10."
be, it had to be like 20 of them, right? And he literally gave it to me for like maybe 40 American US bucks.
Wow.
Jesus.
Now, I couldn't smoke not one.
Why?
Because it's like, when am I going to smoke one?
I know.
My
Yeah.
wife wasn't a huge smoker, so she's like, "You really going to smoke one? You don't know if that's real weed." I'm like, "I doubt it's fake weed." But what I did is I took that entire bag in that very nice hotel in Joburg, and I stood up on a chair and I put it on the entertainment thing.
Yeah.
And I said, one day somebody's gonna get curious and look up here where
That's
the TV
very-
is,
yeah, yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
gonna find a
dude.
whole bunch of weed. Because sometimes you know how as comics, as you go to the comic condo,
Yes.
Yeah.
So like in probably like a good 10 years ago when we were starting out, we were middling a lot, and you have to stay in the comic condo while
Yeah.
the real comics stay in a nice hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would leave stuff. So we find out who's in the city.
You did that.
Yeah.
Because I would find all the
You
shit.
would find you just leave stuff,
Yeah.
random stuff,
Yeah.
and you would see how the story got back. But you say, "Hey, who's featuring?" Because it's never like who's headline. Hey, who's
Yeah.
featuring
Right.
in Miami at the
Yeah.
Improv?
Yeah.
Are you staying in the condo? Dude, go to the sink.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
see if this is still there. So I used to do that.
I left
That's
weed in
fun.
a couple. I left joints in a couple places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's
always
cool to do.
pornography in comedy
Wine,
condos
condom,
under the bed.
wine.
Always look under the bed.
Condoms, all that shit.
Some of them are
So
so
nasty.
fucking nasty.
They're
Yeah.
all nasty.
Yeah.
One time I
Some
was
of 'em.
going, the manager of Dayton picked me up. I was like, "How's it going?" You're doing small talk on the way there. I was like, "How's the condo?" He was like, "Well, we just cleaned it up. Had to." And I'm like,
Oh, Jesus.
"Why is that?" He's like, Jay Medicine Hat? He was shaved his pubes all over the bed and the sink. I was like, "Motherfucker, did you clean it?"
that's
He's
nice.
like, "Yeah." I go, "Why'd you even tell me then? I don't want
Right.
to think about that shit."
Right.
He's dead now. So
He is?
yeah.
God damn.
What's your favorite comedy club? Comedy club.
Comedy club. I mean, it's hard to top a few. I mean, that downtown Comedy Works in Denver is amazing.
Yeah.
The Acme in Minneapolis.
I like
amazing.
that too.
That's a great
I
club.
started out there.
Really?
Not started out there, but they used to show me the most love. And one of my rooftop videos that has, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's from Acme.
Yeah.
Rooftop.
God
Acme's
damn.
a great club.
I'm going to do that for the first time pretty soon. I've never done it. I
shit.
never got booked there. For the first time, I'm going to go there.
Lewis is the guy's name.
Yeah.
That's right,
Lewis
Lewis Lee.
Lee.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. I'm trying to think of other clubs that I really enjoy. I always like that Phoenix Club, the Stand Up Live. I actually like that club
That's a
a lot.
good one.
I was supposed to be in Rick Brunson's
Oh, right.
Phoenix.
He
What
has
is
a
it called?
Phoenix
Rick
room.
House of
Bronson,
Comedy.
yeah,
Rick
yeah.
Brunson's House of Comedy.
In
Yeah,
Minneapolis?
I'm supposed to be there this weekend.
Minneapolis?
He has
No.
Minneapolis,
Oh.
Phoenix, and Edmonton.
I also really like the Comedy Mix in Vancouver. That was always a fun room to me.
I'm about
really
to go to
enjoyed that.
Vancouver.
You're going there?
I'm about to book something.
Dude, you should do that room. It's a
Comedy Mix.
great
Is it
club.
downtown?
It is downtown.
Okay.
On Burrard Street, basement hotel. It's like but it's always a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we went there. I shot roadies there in Vancouver, and Ron White was on the show. And Ron White all of a sudden was like, "Hey, I'm inviting everybody to come to the comedy club and I'm doing the set and everybody can come. And I was like,
okay.
And so I was like, all right, cool. So we all went, and I think it was a comedy mix because when you go in, it's downstairs. Yeah. And it's a small little, you know, it's not huge, but it's
cool.
So I think that's it. It's not Yuck Yucks, right?
No, it's not.
So it might be the comedy mix. All right.
But it probably was one at one time and rebranded. You know?
Okay.
Where did you shoot this special that's coming out?
I shot it here, bro.
In LA?
Yeah,
I shot it in Glendale.
Oh,
cool.
So of course, for me, I'm like, you know, I'm thinking North Carolina because I love that church laughter. Mm-hmm. Like, there's something about the South, but not Atlanta, because Atlanta's almost kind of LA-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
because how big the city is.
Yeah,
basically.
you know what I mean. So many, but like a North Carolina, people are like, I mean, it's just like belly rollover laugh. Or any place in Ohio, I think is a
I
great
agree. Ohio's like one of my favorite comedy states.
Because they're so
I
smart.
love Ohio, yeah.
But it's so middle of the road smart. You don't got geniuses, but they not dumb.
Yeah.
They respect politics, and if they don't agree, they let you do your shit anyway.
Yeah.
You know what
I love Ohio.
Because they know they're one of the people that choose the president. So they're like, you know, it's a good place. But
swing states.
Yeah, you know, those are dope.
That's a good point. It's a swing state. I never thought of it.
But when homie was like, yeah, Glendale. And I was like, ugh. It wasn't ideal, but it turned out great.
That's all that matters.
What I mean? And that's all that matters.
What's the venue?
The Blah Blah Theater.
Yeah.
The Blah Blah Theater.
Blah Blah Theater is good.
Yeah, up in Glendale.
You just...
forgot the name of that theater.
You just became a father for the second time.
Yes.
Did you register your child as transgender or no?
No, you know, I thought about it. You know, when we saw both body parts... We were like, fuck, not again. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, this is your side of the family. Easily.
We got an email from a listener that said, as new parents like yourself, my wife and I spent a lot of time in the pediatrician while filling out paperwork for our sons. We stumbled upon this. You can now register your newborn as transgender.
Oh.
So that's pretty interesting.
Wait, how do they know it's... Sorry, does that mean that it has both... genitalia, or we're assuming their pronouns? You don't want to assume.
I think it's about, are you letting us know that what we see is not what we're getting right here?
Right, but I'm confused because the infant can't tell you.
Maybe they can. Maybe if you actually listen with your heart and not just with your ears.
Finesse, I hope you're asking for consent before you change your infant's diaper.
Yeah, it's really important. You got to say, do you give me consent to change your diaper?
Yeah, I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, see? He's on board.
I diaper rape my baby. I rip that shit off. I try to get that shit done as quick as possible.
Of course.
Like, I could care less what mood she's in. I don't try to butter her up. I just snatch that thing off. I got night shift. I'm already fucking in a bad mood. You know what I mean?
Ew.
And it's the worst type of sleep ever because you land on the couch and right when you start to doze off, you get, and so you look up and that motherfucker sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sound asleep. And you're like, I know I heard what I heard.
Yeah.
So when you really try to go to sleep and it's just waking up like that. You know how your head hurts.
Please
and
stop it.
Your fucking chest is beating heavy because you think something's wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
We're in it too.
Yeah, so it's like to do that night after night after night for like at least
3
to
months.
they start going sleeping through the night at like 6, 7 months.
Here's the deal.
And then right when you get them sleep trained,
Yeah.
they start teething. So that shit starts all over again.
You got a fuck year, basically.
Oh, man.
Well, you're at the turning point. So are we. The 12-week mark is almost here, and that's when they're out of the newborn and they become babies.
Yeah.
So now you can start sleep training maybe 4 months, right when the doctor says you can or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fucking hell. I hate this beginning part. It's my least favorite part of having children.
Right.
Those first few months.
Oh, this is it. We're in the trenches. This is the worst time.
Shout out to my wife, too, man. She does a really good job with this shit. Like,
Yeah, me too.
She allows me. You know, she lets you go out of town and do your shit and come back and act like you've been in the trenches the whole time when you really haven't.
Thank you, Finesse.
Thank you, Finesse.
So
Shout out to
breastfeeding.
Finesse for shouting out to the ladies.
Don't throw your ass at me, play
I'm gonna mud you, bitch. Me and my boys.
No matter what she say, keep breaking her off and shaking that dick up in yours.
Oh, Jesus.
No disrespect.
Christ. No
But you're gonna get all these inches.
I keep my dick in.
Now, does having girls, does that change you?
Yeah.
That she was getting fucked on the sand.
It's nice. I'm asking him a question about his daughter.
Who don't tell the girl that she going up to the 7th floor?
She knows where she's fucking going.
She knows where she's going.
She's a hoe.
You don't accidentally stumble on the 7th floor, man.
Is this where I get mudded?
Get freaking mudded.
They're like, do you know what lineup you want? You want to go tight end first, D tackle, O-line, wide receiver? She's like, that sounds good.
You're right. Wait a minute. If that bitch only knew she was getting mudded by the whole 7th floor crew, so how does she not know?
One motherfucking thing.
What's that?
Social media was out in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So many people be locked up. So many people be fucking locked up.
Yeah.
You know, you was taking a picture with a fun saver camera back in the day.
Right.
You know, cell phones and cameras wasn't even out yet.
No.
You know, I had a beeper when I got to college. You know what I mean? So it's like you could actually record who you fucking, and you know we would.
Yeah.
Like we had actual cameras you had to set up in the closet and put a little tape over the red light. So
yeah.
Not that I did that, but I'm saying
You heard stories.
I heard stories of people
yeah.
doing that, and recording, sex and shit.
Wait, so you're some of your teammates, it's insane. I mean, so The Rock, which you talked about, did you say you ran into him once? You did.
Yeah, at his and it's been so long ago, but I saw him at his Scorpion King release party.
Really?
Like his first big movie. Because I tell this story, we were at this barbershop, Miss Barbara, his famous barbershop, little hole in the wall barbershop in Coconut Grove. And it was like, hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's senior year, what are you gonna I'm not going to the league. I quit the team after my second year.
Mm-hmm.
We won a championship, and I was like, I got a ring. I'm good. I have a 1.5 GPA. I need to probably fix this.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I'm going to go into comedy. And he was like, you got to be funny to go into comedy. And I was like, what you going to do? And I didn't know I was going to go into comedy. I just thought about it.
Really? So you're just throwing it out there? I was just
throwing shit out there.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm probably going to go into wrestling. And I was like, and I'm a huge NWA fan. I'm from Atlanta. So the NWA, Gordon Soley with Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. You know anything about wrestling?
Not a lot, but I know some of those names.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
But I was like, you need a...
Did you know that his dad was a wrestler when he said that?
Kinda.
I didn't know his dad was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Who's his dad?
And his uncles.
I don't know his name.
Rocky Maivia.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah, and then his uncles are the Jimmy Superfly Snooker and
those are his uncles?
Samoans.
Yeah.
All those guys. So I think they're all
He's
related.
a big old fuck. I mean, he's like 6'5", 6'6".
The Rock?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he just has one of those builds that if he just eats,
And did you see his peener in the locker room ever?
Never.
I remember I saw an interview with him. This won't register to you as much, but he was like, I was at Miami. I was like ready to, whatever, do my thing, play ball, kick ass. And he played obviously, and then he's like, and then this freshman came in named Warren Sapp, and it fucked up all my plans.
Who? That's what Dwayne said.
That's what Dwayne said.
When I tell you, Warren Sapp came in as a tight end. He was a tight end, best hands on the team. It was just something about him. There was so much dog in him.
Yeah.
That I don't know who told him to, let's try you at D tackle, but that was all she wrote. So anybody who thought they were going to start at D tackle, got pushed back.
He's not even that big of a.
He's not a big guy.
Yeah,
but he's a wide guy. Yeah. He's not a tall guy, but he's a wide guy. But that's just like Aaron Donald. Like I was hanging out with Aaron Donald
not that
at
big
the
of a
last
guy.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I was like, you're Aaron Donald. I was kind of shocked. Like, damn, all right. I mean, I see it. Yeah. But you're not, towering over me or this and that. So he's like 6'1", I think, or even 6 feet. But you see the muscles. But D tackle is about moves. It's about quickness and getting inside leverage on somebody.
And being, like you said, have that dog in you.
Yeah, and it's a certain fight that certain people just don't have. I was watching, I like to, I don't know why, but, I think I'm a coach. So when I record the game, I go back and I go watch each player to see if they deserve to be on the field. So I got the little I got the little pause button, and I watch each play, and I see who's missing blocks and who's doing this, who's doing that. And there's some people in Miami on that team, on that defense, I'm like, oh, they monsters.
Yeah.
And this one kid named Trajan Bandy, he plays cornerback. He's 5'9". That kid's a monster. Like he wanna fight you every play.
Yeah.
And then he makes plays. So it's not like he's a dirty player, but he backs it up. He's trash talking. He's the littlest one on the field. And I like players like
I
that.
love watching Jalen Ramsey play because he talks so much shit
and backs
it up and just asks for it. Who's the best receiver on your team? He's like, you ain't shit,
right?
And then just plays his ass off. I love watching it.
Said Matt Ryan was overrated. I was like,
he's just going for it.
And the whole Atlanta was like, we want to get mad, but it's kind of true.
It's a lot of fun, man. Yeah, no, that's wild that those were, your teammates. Hey, somebody, I haven't seen this, but they sent us this clip. I don't know what you think of this.
I want to show everybody the proper way on save on your toilet tissue. Okay, if your toilet tissue get down this low, you don't have any more, what you do? You take one of these. Now, this is going to help you save on your toilet tissue bill. You turn around and you fold it one time. You fold it 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Then you fold it a 3rd time. Okay? Then you see this little tip right here?
Yeah.
You tear that off.
And you have a swan.
If you're sitting on a stool, you put it beside the
origami.
What is going on?
Once you get done taking a shit or pissing, you put your finger in there. You wipe your ass. Okay? Then you take this and you wipe all this off.
Genius.
Okay, all that shit.
That guy's a genius.
Then you take this, you put it in the stool and flush it.
Did he say
But
basically
this
wipe
right
your
here,
ass
when
with
I
your
told you
finger?
to save the little tip. You clean all the shit out your finger.
The little
He's
tip.
nasty as
This guy's
hell.
done this his entire life.
For those of you who are just listening to the show, this guy basically, he's
It's like one
he has
square.
one square of paper and he pokes his finger through the center of the square of toilet paper. So you wipe your asshole
With your
finger and then you use the surrounding tissue to wipe the shit off your finger. And it's quite brilliant when you think about
It's
it.
quite brilliant. It's so nasty.
It's nasty as hell.
Ass with your finger.
It's nasty. Now, have you ever tried a bidet?
No.
How about a washlet?
What's a washlet?
It's kind of like, it's basically, bidets I think of more old school,
Like Middle Eastern.
separate. Like
Yeah.
we might have had them in South Africa. And
Yeah, we had them in some of the hotels.
Right. The washlets are like built into the toilet seat where you actually sit on the toilet. You don't have to go anywhere. You just press a button and the
It
water
squirts water on your beehole.
No?
Nah, I'm afraid I'd be on that shit all day. I might like it.
Yeah.
The closest I've gotten to that is a wet nap.
Yeah, those are good.
All right.
So here's a funny story. Me and Felipe Esparza, we on the road doing an army tour. We going to like 15 army bases. We driving from, so they're pretty close. So we driving. This other
Coming
time
next week, by the way.
Is he?
He's sitting right here. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, I'm going to go do his joint too. But he's such a funny dude, such a cool dude, so smart dude.
Yeah.
Like he's way beyond it. He's one of these people who have been here twice. Once you start talking to Felipe, right? And so we eating and he's smoking and we driving and we passing cookies and chips and shit because he got all these damn snacks. And I'm driving, and once I'm finished eating, I pull out, a Ziploc bag, and it had wet naps in it, and I take one, I'm wiping my mouth and wiping my fingers as I'm driving, and he's just quiet, and he's looking at me, and he's like, Holmes, was that a wet nap? Is that like what was that? Was that like a real, that wasn't a paper towel. I was like, no. He said, you brought them in a Ziploc? I was like, look, man, my wife makes me bring them. Like, since I met her, she's the queen of the wet naps, and she, now I'm addicted to them.
They're great.
And he's like, oh. So she was a stripper? I was like, what? And I knew where his brain was going.
Yeah.
Man, I died.
Yeah.
Man, we almost crashed the car. That shit was so funny to me. And we was high. I'm like, man, that's the funniest shit. I was like, no, I see no damn stripper. Why would you? All right, I get why you would think that.
Yeah,
but no.
yeah.
What kind
If she loves wet naps.
It made me visually think of him in the strip clubs he go to, where whatever goes on after the dance,
nasty.
the chick is pulling out a wet nap.
And they clean the pole, right?
Yeah, they clean the pole, they
I
clean
see
everything.
it on Instagram.
They clean the pole, though, not with a wet nap. They actually squirt alcohol. You see when they squirt alcohol on the pole and just have a rag? The thing that I don't like is they use the same rag.
I know, it's so
They
nasty.
use that same ass rag. Not that I've been in a long time.
Yeah.
But when I
Long
went
time.
Yeah, but when I went, that's what they do.
I bet in the Miami days, You may have heard about other people going.
Bro, we had the Rolex and Cocos, and we had some dope strip.
Man, look at there was like a shine in your eye when you said that.
God.
I mean, I've never seen that type of joy wash over your face.
I used to manage a stripper.
What?
Are you serious?
Yep.
What do you mean?
I was dating a stripper, and at the end of the month, like she would make $500 one night, $700 one night, $300 one night, $1,000 one night. But at the end of the month, could not pay rent or car note.
Wow.
Because she would either spend the money, she would make the money at the top of the month, and then stop going to work. But then by the time rent and shit was due, she had to go dance her ass off for the last 3 days. And I'm like, let me manage this money. Let me do this. Let me give you a schedule. So we had that thing rocking for like a year.
Really?
Yeah.
In Miami?
In Miami, yeah. I worked at Humana Medicare sales. So I was selling Medicare insurance and then
managing a stripper.
And managing a stripper. I would like just manage her funds. You know what I mean?
Did you ever get jealous of when she'd go working?
Do I get jealous?
Yeah, like if she...
No, that's a rule. And when it comes to managing funds, you're only in love with the money. You're not connected with the physical aspect of.
Oh, okay.
It's a relationship, but it's a business relationship. You know what I mean? And at the same time, it's like, I can't be your boyfriend. I'm watching you day after day. Sometimes do what you just went in the back room. I don't know what you did back there.
Right.
But I know I know you about to pay this car note.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was a friend. It was like I was a friend.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were dating.
We were dating, but it was a friend with benefits.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He's not in love with her.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You're not going to wife her up?
Hell no.
No. She can go to the 7th floor. I don't think you wife the girl. You know what I mean?
That she was getting murdered by the whole crew.
Hey,
What's your name? T good. What you do? I'm a plumber. How you do it? I laid a pipe for that ass to make a dance. If your hoe the one getting fucked on the 7th floor, then you would know, cause the bitch don't want you no more. She told you she
Let me
met
tell
a
you
guy.
something. How do you not get suspended from school? How do you start that Saturday after you release this track? You have just gang raped. This is your gang rape. This is your freaking Brett Kavanaugh goddamn mixtape.
Right.
You are gang raping right now.
That's what they're saying, right?
Yes.
The whole crew's on her.
She's up on the 7th floor. What are we supposed to do, Your Honor?
Jesus. I know. Now for sure you would get.
No, this right now
would
be,
never happen.
Fuck no. No way.
There's no way you're supposed to take pictures,
This is
record, none of that shit. That's just during a time where that's how Miami works. They see shit back in the day and they're like, hey, you remember the Super Bowl shuffle?
Yeah, I remember the Super Bowl.
Let's make a song about gang rape. And they go and they record that bitch. You know what I mean? So instead of being inspired to make their own, we gonna bust your ass on the football field and get our own national championship.
Yeah.
Their mind went straight to, what about them hoes though?
Yeah. The best is that they were like, all right, so Friday we'll record the song. Write your verse. Like it's all about coming up here, getting mudded by the whole crew.
Right.
And then right before they record, one of them was like, we should make a point that this is no disrespect though.
Right.
Like, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Hey, no disrespect. Here we go. All right, stick your dick. What's your name? Big Nick. What you do? Slang dick. Yeah, it's like
the only thing they mad about, he wrote his shit down.
Yeah,
he got paid.
Exactly.
Oh, he ain't real. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
You didn't do it off the dome, man?
You do it off the dome?
That's true. There is kind of a credibility, right? If you don't write, like Jay-Z's always like, I don't write shit down.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do.
Some people, because even Wayne, I was watching a Wayne interview. Dope album, Carter 5. Go cop that. That one joint with it's a bunch of them on there.
He just dropped it out of nowhere.
But you know what? Baby finally was like, you can release some shit.
I heard. Well, you see them make up at a concert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Baby. You know he.
Christina,
I don't know who this is. Sorry, I know Jay-Z. That's as far as I go.
All right. Well, Jay-Z doesn't write down. Wayne has a actual recorder where he records shit in the moment and just plays it back,
which is totally respectable.
Yeah, that's even more
incredible.
Cool. That's even more genius to be like in the moment he records the shit and then he remembers what he recorded and then he just pieces shit together like goddamn.
But I've seen interviews with people that were in studio with Jay-Z. They're like, it'll blow your mind because he'll just come in and he's just listening to this like you got something, like yeah, I got something, and then fucking Big Pimpin' or whatever.
Right.
And there he's like, that was just in your head? He's like, yeah.
How do you even remember every breath, every pause, every... No,
I don't know. It's crazy.
He's gifted, though.
Yeah.
People have, like when you go to, I guess, what is that? What's the one where you can find your lineage?
Right.
Like 23andMe.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, 23andMe, and it's another huge one.
It's another one too.
Yeah. Ancestry.
Ancestry. Oh,
and when you're like, I was a queen. I was back in my great,
Yeah.
And then the way that person may walk around. I believe there are people who are like, yo, my job is to run this message from this village all the way to that goddamn village that takes 3 days, but I'm the fastest.
Right.
And da-da-da-da-da. And I think those type of gene pool get passed all the way down to where motherfuckers catching touchdowns and or running track or it just has to be that way.
Of course.
So when somebody is like, I am the storyteller of this tribe, and I'm the one that when we sit around this fire, I tell this story. And back in the day, if they was making it rhyme or not, I think all that type of gene pool gets passed.
Absolutely.
Because there's no way where you're like, okay, I'm from Holly Grove or wherever Wayne is from, but my vocabulary is probably bigger than any Supreme Court justice. And not only that, I can make that shit rhyme without even writing that bitch down. Like that, why are you born like that? And then like, I just tell jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's true though. It's genetics. I mean,
it's genetics.
There's things that I'm good at swimming. I can play tennis decently.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two things my father's really good at. Mm-hmm. And that's
not by
easy.
chance.
No.
The one thing I've always wondered, I mean, I'm sure it's easy to ask. I just never asked, but like for like a great lyricist is it doesn't add up to just have access to those words and like just for it to flow that way. I always wonder if they like were really voracious readers. You know, it's like without devouring language like that, how would that just come out?
You have to be.
Yeah,
I would think that I'm curious as to whether or not they read a lot
in between drugs, in between the 7th floor parties, in between the clubs.
Yeah,
motherfuckers are going away somewhere with a book.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You read, like, you listen to Mos Def, and you go, like, okay, this guy's intellect and vocabulary, it's unnatural that you would be like, he just did same school as everybody. I mean, I could see that you could say he's more intelligent, but the access to that vocabulary and intellect has to be raised up by reading. Has to be. And I know that he actually... I mean, I know this from when he was older. He bought a bookstore, and so he loves books. But I mean, that to me makes a lot of sense.
Right.
How could you not be...
Now, there's some people that's just straight, you know, I went to the university. It seems like half the rappers went to Hampton University or came out of that, you know, D.C. area or whatever. Yeah. But, you know, from Diddy to all these cats, Common and all these different rappers.
He's another one, too.
You know, I went to college. I'm a dope-ass rapper. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But for some cats that's like Wayne, who never even really talk about, I went to high school every day.
Yeah.
And then I had aspirations of going to college, or all the trap rappers in Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't even see them walking down the hallway in school. You know what I mean? But then you hear stories like Migos, where they were like, I heard they was kind of nerdy. You know what I mean? Coming up in high school.
Yeah.
You know, but when you grow but they were musicians. And when you grow into your talent, you know, and then all of a sudden you get a look that matched the direction you want to go in, and the music is banging, by the time you like mid-20s, you an old-ass OG in it. Versus like, you know, that's still young to us, like 25.
Yeah.
But to them, they're like, man, we've been beating on tables in the lunchroom since we were 13.
Yeah, that's true.
We was mad at 17 and we ain't got signed yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. One of those dudes was a baller, too. One of Migos.
Yeah. Damn, I'm drawing a blank on Migos. Offset.
Quavo.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking nerd.
All right,
nerd.
Before we forget.
I don't know anything anymore.
Don't want to forget this. Hold on.
Oh, shit. You like this jam?
No.
Hey.
305, here we go. Finesse Mitchell, yes. Micing on the mic, that's how I do it. We gonna be FSU, and everybody know that's what we gonna do. Cause we the you, we the you, we the you. And sitting with Tom and Christina P, that's how we be. Everybody know I'm the FINESSE.
Oh!
Hey, I'm pretty impressed, actually. All that is to ask you, Finesse.
Okay.
What's up with your teeth, man? You have a nice smile. You take care of them?
Really nice teeth.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
Well,
Tom, what about me?
No, don't.
It's all right.
No.
Yeah,
What do you mean it's all right?
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah.
I mean, her shit is like amazing.
Thank you.
Dude, no braces ever. Look
Never
at
had
this.
braces?
Yeah, but they need to be whitened a bit, don't
I
you
just
think?
fucking
Look how
do.
nice and white his are and straight and everything. Do you floss?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's like when I have fucking
Yeah, that's like when you
shredded beef or something.
Yeah.
My wife is like, floss. I never thought about flossing. You know what I mean?
I bet she has meticulous dentistry.
Yes, she's
gorgeous.
clean.
Gorgeous teeth.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, your wife, we ran into you guys at the hotel. Like, she was only, days from giving birth?
Yeah.
She looked amazing.
She really had it together.
I mean-
It was like, oh, what do you guys, I mean, she seemed like,
Jeez, she looked great.
Second time around, she was a trooper.
Yeah.
You know, second time around, she was just like, I got this.
She really did, dude.
You
She
know?
looked great.
And, yeah. Shout out to that one.
So what about dental
Patrice
work?
the Barge, everybody.
yeah.
Because she's the best. So did you have braces? Did
No,
you have,
I had none of that shit.
Any root canals?
Nope.
When's
Matter
the
of fact, I need to get my wisdom teeth pulled.
Oof.
Really?
Yeah, they don't hurt, but they've been in so long. This is like,
They're going to cram your
Get
other
some good
teeth.
drugs, man.
yeah, what?
They'll give you some good drugs.
If you get them done?
Yeah.
Yeah. The post.
And what's the recovery time?
It's pretty quick.
No,
now.
it's not. Give
What?
yourself.
Yes, it
don't
is.
lie to the man. Listen, wait until this baby is
What are you
kind
talking
of
about?
because it's if you get
Not a
all
quick
four
recovery?
done. Why are
long
you going
do
to
you
get
think
all
it-
four done?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Let's be realistic. You're going to be kind of laid out for a day or two. Codeine. You're going to take your pills, but if they get, you have to keep them clean, and
Okay.
then it's painful. You can't eat
you're-
really
you're not-
well.
you're not
But they get
really-
infected and whatnot.
Okay.
Full healing.
She's giving
2
you
weeks.
like this is
2 weeks,
basically like
okay.
what she just told you. If you're like, hey, how long does it take you to get your oil changed? I'm like, oh, it depends if the whole transmission collapses. It's like it's not necessarily going to happen.
Right.
You could be in and out in a same day. You could be doing the same shit you were doing earlier. Just depends how you take to it.
But your jaw is
no.
fucked up.
100%.
I mean, your mouth
Wait a
is
minute.
like, you're like, can't
No,
eat a
no, boo-boo.
cheeseburger, none of that
No,
type
you
of
can't eat a cheese. What are you talking about? The day of you get your wisdom teeth pulled, you
The
can
day-
still do things. No way.
Because you have these big
Sure.
open
He's
gashes in your
I don't
mouth,
know,
right?
You had this done
In your
all
gums.
Yes.
four at once.
Yes.
Well, maybe you're superhuman, but for me, the day is ruined. You got to take your codeine,
Yeah,
rest,
I would
drink your
say
shakes and
the
shit.
day of, but
Right.
the next day.
You can be up, yes. But it's going to hurt. You're going to be sore. I'd say wait until
Look,
this
man, you're not a
baby is
chick,
kind of
right?
up and running.
Right.
The next day you'll be
Men can't handle pain. What are you talking
okay.
about?
The next day you'll be doing shit 100%.
Don't listen to my
Well,
husband. He's
I definitely got to get mine done eventually. And I'm going to Google Quip when
There
I
you
get to
go.
the crib. And,
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you get your wisdom teeth out, you should plan on, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks down.
6 weeks. That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
That's probably
2
pretty
weeks for
reasonable.
full recovery.
Yeah,
You said 2.
totally.
You just said 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think maybe 8 weeks for it to be fully recovered. And
there's no
you're
more,
gonna,
no
you should
more
probably,
open
You know,
blood.
can I tell you,
You should
why?
hire a nurse,
No,
maybe
just
to
listen
come
to
to
me.
the house,
Can you
live
just
there.
hear me out? Here's what happens. So you've got these holes.
Oh, okay. I get it. That shit was going over my head.
So here's what happens. When you get your teeth pulled, then you've got these sockets.
Right.
Okay, so there's empty sockets in your fucking mouth. So every
Right.
time you eat, you got to syringe it out. It's kind of an ordeal. It's uncomfortable, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So you're going to be uncomfortable for 2 weeks after you pull them out, and you're going to, you're going to take
you're
some
gonna
pain
get drugs.
medicine. Yeah, you're going to take your medicine every day so that
Hopefully,
you don't feel it.
Vicodin, Percocets.
Yeah, you're going to
something
get
like
some
that.
nice drugs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel great for a couple weeks.
No, it
at
sucks.
least.
Yeah,
it
it's
sucks.
not great.
Y'all
Plan on a second.
ever took pills just to take them?
No.
Yeah.
You had a problem with pills?
Not a problem.
I ain't say a problem. I just said take 'em.
Yeah, in college, I take a Vicodin and drink a couple beers.
That was
a good
great.
idea.
You know, my favorite was one of the football players, like, got his shoulder cracked, and he was like, I don't like these. Does anyone want them? I was like, hello. Yeah.
They're so good.
And yeah, take one and a couple of beers was great.
You?
And what? No. I don't even know what it does.
What?
Just to get a nice high.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it depends. Some people.
Is it like a weed high or?
No, it's different.
It's a body high.
yeah.
You feel like you just want to sleep. I took them in the hospital after I had this baby. You're just kind of out of it, and you're not in pain, and you're relaxed. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
You ever go through any depression after the babies?
Of course. If you're not depressed, something's wrong with you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You're fat. You're the breastfeeding and the staying up for all hours.
My wife didn't do that breastfeeding shit.
Good for her.
My dad was like, "You gonna raise a criminal?" It's the nutrients from the breast that make them law-abiding citizens. Put them on that foreman, they're gonna rob somebody.
That's hilarious.
Okay, Dad.
Good for her.
That's so funny.
See, I yielded to the pressure, man.
Well, look,
I fucking hate doing
This will
it.
make you feel better. All right.
All right.
So this video is clearly for scientific research because we need to get to the bottom of this. Do vegans actually taste better? And I have actually been vegan for 12 years, like over 12 years. So who better to test this theory than me on
Do they
myself?
taste better?
And I haven't really tasted myself in quite a while. So I might have went ahead and shot a little bit of myself into the shot glass.
Man, this is the new 7th floor
Wait,
crew.
can I ask you something? Seriously, guys, just I want your opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think that guy's gay?
This guy?
Yeah.
No. Hell no. Motherfucker's a killer.
Obviously, like, I've been with a whole bunch of different guys. Not a whole bunch.
see?
Both. Making myself sound a little slight.
Oh, I was wrong.
But
damn, how
I feel like meat eaters, they're so salty, which is weird because I eat a lot of salt, but all my exes are like, yeah, you're really sweet tasting. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, I eat like 10 times as much salt as you.
Let's see what he...
They are always absolutely disgusting tasting. They taste like, I don't know, bleach.
So that's what he's saying regular meat eaters taste like, and then he's going to give himself a tasting?
So let me try my first reaction to this.
I didn't look. If you're listening, Finesse Mitchell turned away as a guy.
Nice.
I didn't look.
Ooh, it's so smooth.
It's so gross.
My eyes are
Dude
watering.
just swallowed his jizz, people.
Yes, he did, in a Dixie cup.
It has this weird flavor. Like, it almost
Still
reminds me
not
of, like, if you were to take, like, a vanilla chapstick. And,
You won't even look.
I ain't looking at that. I'm not looking at that.
like, so where it's, like, still
Because the imagery,
but, like,
my gift and power is imagery.
Really?
And that's how I write my jokes. And I ain't picturing that shit.
You don't want this in your mind either.
No, bro.
I don't know. Let me try it. No,
wow.
That tastes the same as the first time. That was actually amazing. What? Whoa. Yes.
Wow. I think I'm about to throw up.
This is exquisite. I'm using big complicated words.
I love the wood decor on this paneling.
Very
this is
sweet.
so nice.
Very
Is that
sugary
James
tasting,
Brown?
which is really odd to me.
I'm gonna Google where I
think
shot
we're-
my special
we're
while
done.
you guys look at.
We're done.
That made my eyes water. I really...
Because I think seeing jizz in like a Dixie cup type of thing is different than it organically happening as a woman.
Yeah,
Because I've
yeah.
eaten that. It's not the end of the world. But when it's presented in
It's gross.
a cup like that, it's nasty. That is so gnarly, dude.
Why doesn't anyone want to be my boyfriend? Like,
Because you drink
if
your own
this is what they
jizz.
get,
That's why.
this is
Crazy
fucking
fuck.
delicious. I love this.
Arrest yourself. You should
I'm
go to
getting really
jail.
Arrest
I'm just like,
yourself.
I can't believe I just did this on YouTube.
Why are
How
you
many
doing
hits
this
that
on
guy?
YouTube?
So this guy, his
That's
name...
the face he.
I know, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, that's
he
my
has
jizz
over
face.
he has over 2 million subscribers on his 2
For
channels.
drinking his own jizz?
Calls himself the gay god.
Oh, he definitely earned that. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You know how many subscribers I got? 18.
You want to try a new video?
You know what? I'll just stick with eating cinnamon on a teaspoon and just start there. You know what I mean? And make the faces. You know what I mean?
That really
Cinnamon.
is foul as shit.
That is nasty.
I ain't even, you know what? There's so many things I guess you can do. I didn't even think about you can do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Let alone do it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know you can drink your jizz. Oh, you know what? You can. I never thought about that shit. Well, I ain't got shit to do tonight.
Do you know that there's somebody right now doing that? Like, you know how you can, if you can conceive it, it's happening? Like, there's somebody right now that's their favorite thing to do. And that guy right now is like, I'm so glad I'm home. I can just crank one out and drink it.
You know what? I know I'm a dope comic. I know I'm a dope actor. I love this business. I'm a dope writer, dope producer.
Okay.
I always love people to be in their best element and get their story out. But I can't. I suck at turning the phone to myself and just
self promotion.
Oh,
I
it's the
suck
worst.
at it, bro.
It's the worst.
I'll drop a flyer. I'll say, yo, I'm going to be in this city, that city. Oh, by the way, I will be in Denver. Denver Improv coming up, and I got San Diego, all in October.
Are you doing American Comedy Club?
American Comedy Club.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I like that place. But when it just comes to like all my friends and crew, that's just like, yeah, walk into the shower, and let me tell you something. Whoa! When it comes to liquid soap, it's like, wait a minute.
I know.
I don't even think about it. I mean, I watch other people's shit. And I'm like, oh, I could.
You could do that, but the thing is, we're all saying the same shit. It's always the same shit. I'm working out, just eating my cheeseburger.
I know it's
like, I don't fucking
and
care.
to this point, it's even corny to complain about it.
Right.
Either get in the game or don't.
Right.
So I don't even complain about it no more. But I do know if I got to get 2.2 million subscribers by drinking jizz, I can't do it.
Yeah, I respect that a lot.
I can't do it.
I'd rather stay at 18.
I'd rather stay at 18 and book a show.
Right.
You know, get in a movie, get in a TV show, whatever the case may be, and just do it that way.
You've done a bunch of acting.
Yeah, man. I just booked a pilot. Sue in the City. Shout out to Eden Shear. She's the young lady from the ABC show The Middle. And never watched The Middle, but I heard it was on a long time.
Congrats on the booking.
Yeah, you know.
awesome.
So all I know, I was supposed to go do Jimmy Fallon next week to to promote the special. Go out and do 4 minutes of stand up at the end of the show, and I got to cancel. Why? Because your boy booked a pilot.
Hey,
there you go.
I love that.
That's all we do.
When do you film it?
Tomorrow.
Oh shit!
You're shooting tomorrow?
We start shooting till tomorrow through the 12th.
Is it?
We have rehearsal tomorrow. It's a single cam.
Yeah, so that's work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of sit around and wait.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it's gonna go.
Did you follow all the Kevin Hart, Cat White?
Yeah. Man.
What do you think?
I followed it too on Instagram.
Yeah.
There was a lot of right on both sides. Mm-hmm. So that's how
both made valid points, you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Both made valid points. On Cat's side, it was just more or less like, Hollywood is not Atlanta. We are not in control. We got, Will Packer, there's Channing Dunn. There's a black execs that's killing the game. But it's not like there's a flood of black programming on all networks. It's just not. So the slots are very limited. And then when it comes to comedy, believe it or not, you got to make your own way. You know what I mean? So the cats that's on social media doing what they do, killing the game and forging their own path, and eventually that will lead to a gig. But it's when I think Cat was referring to Hollywood picking somebody and saying, Tiffany Haddish, who I feel is incredibly deserving. Mm-hmm. So I totally disagree with
fantastic.
That on Kat's, whole breakdown. She did it. She should get everything that's coming to her.
Yeah.
So, but how they pick people, like she got the audition. I was at that same auditioning for a different character for Girls Trip. She booked. I told her I was like, oh, you about to get this role. I know exactly what you're reading for. You about to blow this shit out the water, and you about to take over this film because you just had that. You just gonna pop on camera.
You know what's crazy? I remember about this. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember. We went to the movies, and it was actually Get Out. It was the end of the run and end of when it was in the theater. Mm-hmm. So we saw some afternoon, and there was like 25, 30 people in the theater spread out. Mm-hmm. And the preview for Girls Trip came on, and I'm not exaggerating. She killed in the preview.
I remember that too.
Like
people laughing.
How many times are you where you like people are laughing hard on a trailer? Mm-hmm. I thought that was like. I remember I was like, wow, she's really
the
murdering
performance. It's just so authentic. Like it's okay. I'm gonna be this character, but at the same time, I'm still gonna be Tiffany. Mm-hmm. Like the character was Tiffany. That's why it was just effortless. And you mentioned Get Out. Little Rel was stealing scenes in Get Out.
He was,
It's
TS motherfucking.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it comes to stuff like that and people see it and you see it, and Christina sees it and she's like, that Lil Rel, I want to see more of him.
Right.
That's how Hollywood work.
Yeah.
When you saw Top Gun, you was like, that Tom Cruise was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I said? That Val Kilmer was pretty cool. I want to see him again.
Right.
When I saw that motherfucker in Tombstone, I was like, I know it. This motherfucker's a genius.
Yeah.
When he played Doc Holliday, that shit was way better. Their version was way better than Kevin Costner's version.
We were just talking about that yesterday. I was with Joe and them. They brought that. I'd never seen those. I hate westerns, and they made me watch that scene with Val Kilmer.
Bro, watch Tombstone and watch anything with Val Kilmer in every scene. Yeah. He murders the movie.
Yeah.
So when you see stuff like that, the reason I say Kevin was right on what he was saying, because Kevin was saying, look, man, Cat, it's not like you wasn't the guy. You are the guy.
Yeah.
You came through like gangbusters. Pimp Chronicles 1, Pimp Chronicles 2. I mean, you were it. But I don't know this because I'm not personally. But if you're not showing up for every type of promo shoot, and every type of, you got to do more work after the film is made than you do making the film. And if you're not willing to put all that work in, they're not going to keep gambling on you. They'll move to the next person. So to me, in our hierarchy, Chappelle and Rock are who they are. But on that real urban side, Mike Epps was killing it. And then Cat Williams just came in and killed it. But then it's all of a sudden they took a break. It's almost like they took a 2-year break. But Cat kind of took a long ass break, and Mike just took a break.
He was also. I mean, Mike's still killing it. So
yeah, Mike's still killing. These guys are millionaires.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But I mean, Cat also was dealing with shit too.
Yeah,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That's my way of saying. I'm not going to say I ever seen Cat do anything.
Right.
But Cat took a break.
Right.
Can't take a break in this business. Especially if you're a white female or a black male. You just can't.
No, you can't.
They're going to replace your ass quick.
Know.
Even white males.
Why
the fuck is Nicolas Cage?
Right. He's all fucked up, though. He's old.
But you can't take a... But my point was... I could go on and on and
time
on.
off, right? You can't take a bunch of time off.
You just can't take a break.
What happened to Cat did, though?
So when somebody like Kevin Hart comes through with the work ethic of Beyonce...
Oh, my God. He is such a work ethic.
He's not going to let the top spot go until he's ready.
Right.
And he has expanded his brand into helping other comics and just more content. He's too smart and his team is too broad. And everybody's going in the same direction. It's too organized. He ain't taking no break. But now you got other millionaires, i.e. Cat and Mike, saying, yeah, you ain't all that. And I just don't get that part of it.
I got you.
So that's why I say they kind of both right.
Yeah.
Cat's right because sometimes Hollywood propels a star. But they're like, yo, this dude is bankable. We going to push this person. Why you getting mad if all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we going to push this person because not only are they funny, they do everything you can do, but they show up on time.
Right.
And they want to work. So
well, and sometimes Hollywood pushes people that are so deserving. Like Haddish has been in... I've known her for a million years. Yep. And if anybody was ready, it was Tiffany fucking Haddish.
Absolutely.
So, but we've seen it time and time again, though.
So why do you point out people who are just as ready, but they weren't at that audition or got that opportunity? It's not Tiffany's fault.
It's definitely not Tiffany's fault.
So it's like, why you say, she's not deserving? She is deserving.
No, she's crazy deserving.
And Kevin is deserving. And Cat Williams is deserving. And Mike Epps is deserving. You know who really is deserving?
Finesse Mitchell.
Finesse motherfucking 7th floor Mitchell is deserving. I am deserving.
October 18th?
October 19th, Friday night, Showtime. The Spirit told me to tell you.
Yeah.
First released comedy special.
Set your DVRs now. You can do it.
You can set your DVRs now. I just got an email from Showtime with my face on it as they're advertising the month of October, and I'm like, you know what? This is happening.
It's happening, man.
And I'm pissed because I only did one show. And you know how you're nervous.
You did on one show?
I only did one show. You know you're nervous, right?
Sure, of
you
course.
need that second show to be like, I'm about to punch a hole in you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I never got that chance. So we couldn't edit from one show to the other show. So it's just really like once you see that show, it's like that was it.
The show.
So there was some mistakes. There was some jokes. I had a key joke that I've been saying for 2 years.
You fucked it up.
And I fucked it up.
That happens every time for me too.
And it was like, can I go back and edit? They're like, no, you can't. And I'm just like, and my wife was like, but it's your art. Damn it.
Yeah.
Call him back. And I called back. I was like, yeah. Did you forget something? I was like, no, I just want to. Okay, gotta go. Bye-bye. Babe, they said no again.
Like, go fuck yourself, basically.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, man, we did it. It's great. It's been sold. Yeah. It's been color corrected. It's mixed.
It's too late.
You want to go do what? Yeah, but this shit has been on my mind, bro. I don't want to put my shit
So
out
is
there
it
and
out?
fuck
You
it
cut
up.
it out?
No.
You left it in.
I left it in. Because it's funny, because people don't know what the joke is. It's basically a joke that says suck high. And instead of saying suck high, I say suck better.
Is that weird?
It's kind of, and nobody you'll still laugh, but now in this kind of Me Too movement, I don't want to hear no shit. I don't want to defend nothing, and I ain't gonna.
No.
But I just know I fucked up the joke.
Yeah, I got you.
I know.
You know.
I noticed this weekend
I've done that too.
at the height of this. It's not just Me Too, but like with the Kavanaugh hearings and everything. Just bringing up sex made people shift. Like they're just like, well, just like where are you going to go with this? That was like a different feeling than normal. Like
You talking about the hearing? Or you just
I'm talking about like I was at a show, I was performing, and I could just tell that the audience was different.
The temperament is different.
Yeah.
The country is different, bro.
Yeah.
I hate the hypocrisy of our mother effing country when it comes to what we get offended in, what we protest, and what we.
We talk about this shit every week on this show, man.
It's just crazy as fuck to me.
Yeah, but how many people are? This is the other thing: is how many people are truly offended by shit? There's a handful of fuckers on Twitter that are ruining people's lives, wanting to ruin people's careers over things they say.
Right.
And then there's the majority, the people that we entertain weekly in nightclubs that are laughing at fucking normal people's
Come
shit.
at Finesse Mitchell with some bullshit talking about you said. I don't give a fuck what you said. I said. If I was at work and that's my job, I said that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you didn't like it, don't pay for the next show or unfriend me or unfollow me. But don't be like, oh, he's not a comedian. I got years and years in the games of making people laugh. And the people that's in the crowd laughing their ass off, I can see if the whole room got up and walked out.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Right.
But if it's just you, then it's motherfucking you.
Right.
Yeah. You need to handle it yourself.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, you
can
find that comic you like. Man, we was at
go to the 7th floor and handle shit there, too.
We were at the Improv, and I ain't gonna never forget this. It just happened not too long ago. We were at the Improv, and Whitney Cummings got up, and when I say lit these women on fire, God damn it, we're not safe. And men got to start recognizing sometimes that they go too far, and nobody want to freaking. I don't see men walking to their car with their keys in their hand, positioned a certain way, ready to jab a motherfucker in the throat who jumps out. Women, we got to do that shit. And the women were like, yeah. She finished her set. Shit was humming. I was next, and I was like, got to follow this shit. I went the totally opposite direction. I got up there and I was quiet for a little bit. And I want to say, first of all, give a round of applause for Whitney Cummings. Crowd went crazy. And then I said, and secondly, some of y'all women can get to y'all car just fine. Ain't nobody jumping out attacking none of y'all. Especially that table back there. Man, when I tell you people just started dying because it was just the opposite.
Yeah.
But I didn't say she was full of shit.
No,
that's going too far. I just said,
played off of it.
Yeah, I played off of it.
Yeah.
I made it funny, and then I went into just like, yo, I get what you're saying. Shit is crazy, this and that, da-da-da-da. So by the time I finished my set, when I tell you these people, the shit was humming again. People was loving me just as much as they love Whitney.
Yeah.
Bill Burr walks in. He's next. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He did not hear her set, did not hear my set. He just walked in to do his set that he was going to run later at the Forum. And he was just rehearsing. And he was Bill Burr. First thing out of his mouth, fuck this Me Too shit. And it was just like, what? And the bitches was like, I said bitches, I'm sorry. The women was like, boo. Boo. And he didn't know. He was like, wait, I've been saying this. You know what I mean?
I'm torn with this.
I'm torn with this shit. This shit works. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And when I say women went to the manager, complaining,
Jesus Christ.
they were like, he shouldn't be allowed to perform.
Oh, boy.
So I had to go, and as I heard them talking to the manager, I was listening, and he was like, well, you're right, and we're going to give you some free tickets. And I said, no, the fuck you ain't. And they were like, no, we loved you. I said, no. I said, we all the same. I said, we comics, we performers. You don't like that guy, I get it, but you can't tell that guy he shouldn't perform and you shouldn't be rewarded because he made you feel uncomfortable. You weren't uncomfortable when Whitney Cummings was up there saying men ain't shit.
Right.
And she basically said that.
Yeah.
She was like, you men ain't shit.
Yeah.
And women were cheering and dudes were just quiet. And we were like, this was a little harsh. But
yeah.
Then she'd throw a joke in every now and then.
Yeah.
But it was, for the most part, I thought she was ranting. You know, but the women were enjoying it.
Love
So
it.
I went up there, I did the opposite. The men were enjoying it, and the women were like, okay, this is funny. Okay, we can laugh at ourselves. And Bill just walked into like a hornet's nest.
Threw a grenade into it.
Yeah, just like, yeah, you women are just over the top, and this Me Too bullshit. And they were like, boo!
Yeah, I
So-
fucking I have so much disdain for the idea that I didn't enjoy this, so what do I get now? It's like you get what
Yeah.
you got.
Right.
That's what you get.
You got 2 drinks.
Yeah. It's like I
You
didn't
got that
like
two drink
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
right.
like this movie. Okay, well, I mean, some movies are for you and some aren't. I
You
don't
just
know.
leave. Get
Yeah.
out.
You know
Don't
what I hate?
don't see it.
And I, it's the nature of the business, but I hate a really bad comic. And I don't hate them personally, but I hate sitting through a set. I don't care if you're new. I don't care if you're just testing out material.
Yeah.
But if the set just really sucked and you
Yeah.
held me hostage for your
Yeah,
15
yeah,
minutes,
yeah.
it felt like an hour that
Sure.
I couldn't get back.
Yeah.
And it made me feel unfunny. And I'm on the show too, or somebody else is on the show. But
Yeah.
it's just like, I'm more offended at that than somebody getting up there just like they're confident, they know what their material is. You don't agree with it, but hey, you don't agree with it.
Yeah.
You're going to agree with the next comic maybe.
Yeah.
But you're not going to just stop the show and start yelling out shit. You
No.
ain't going to yell out in Cats at a fucking Broadway play and I'm like, I like dogs. I want to see more dogs.
Yeah.
You knew this shit was called Cats.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
Of course, and you can research who's on the lineup. The clubs generally post the lineup.
You could put an
research
effort
these
into it.
people.
Yeah, you could put
You
an
don't
effort
like
into
it? Don't fucking show up.
I remember one of my favorite incidents with a complainer one time. This is like old Brea Improv. Dan Godfrey was running it, and I said something that offended this woman and her husband. So I'm kind of off to the side behind one of the partitions, like tucked by the office, and I'm watching him talk to her in the lobby. The show's going on, and I see him. He's like, yeah. And she's like, he's a fucking asshole. And she's crying and stuff. And he's like, yeah, you know, we just let these guys do their
love
thing.
Dan, yeah.
And she's like, I hate him. And she goes, he's an asshole. He goes, he's a good guy. He's actually a good guy. He's telling this woman who doesn't want to hear that I'm a good guy, that I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
He's like, he's actually a good guy. She's like, fuck him. And he's like, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you some tickets and, you could come to another show sometime. And then they're like, okay. And she's like wiping her tears. And he starts to walk in the other direction. And then he stops and he turns around. He goes, oh, by the way, I can't promise you that other show, that guy won't be an asshole too. All right, thanks. And he turns around and walks away. I was like, yeah, why would they even come? You know?
I don't know.
I was in Chicago Laugh Factory and having a great set. And this was around the time where the little kid fell in the monkey pit. So, of course, I had the monkey jokes and how they shot the monkey and da-da-da. And you could just hear this lady just like,
I know exactly that sound. Yes, I know it. I hear
and it's
it.
getting louder and louder. And finally, I'm like, did you know Harambe? Or whatever the monkey, the gorilla, did you know him personally?
Yeah.
Because it was either shoot the monkey or he might just bang the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Just
the ground.
murder
Like,
this kid.
I don't know if you remember the Avengers movie where Hulk finally takes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
just starts
Back and
banging him
forth,
back
yeah.
and forth. So I was making those type of jokes, right?
Yeah.
But she was just, she had something to say after, man. She tried to hem me up in the corner after that show talking about animal rights. And,
Oh, boy. Why are you at a show?
And
Why?
I was just like, lady, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It is a
We do.
joke. So at the end of the day.
I got to tell you, I've heard the argument against it, and I've heard people embrace it. They go, you can say that a joke is a joke, but you do have some responsibility with it. And I really think about it, and I don't think so. I don't think you have to be responsible.
I don't think so
during jokes.
either. Right. No.
I think you're joking. And I think there's an agreement that you're joking, like in that space. It's different if you're like, hey man, I want to come to dinner with my family, and I start saying shit, and you're like, that wasn't cool.
Right.
But it's like, I'm on stage, and there's an unspoken agreement that I'm being
I'm
ridiculous.
sorry, not even an unspoken, a clearly
Right,
definitive agreement that you're now entering a comedy club. The rules are out the window.
I just don't buy into this. Like,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like, what do you mean I meant it? The whole thing is that I don't mean it, and I say it like I mean it. That's
Right.
part of the joke.
But then if you're not allowed to make fun of one group, right? Oh, don't you dare say this word or that word. Then what about the next? And what about the next? And then pretty soon all we can tell jokes about is fucking water bottles and cell phones.
It's exhausting, and it makes me just want to jerk off in front of you guys right now.
Oh.
Makes me want to jerk off in a cup.
And taste it?
And pass it.
And pass it around?
I would never taste it. I would pass it to somebody.
You know who I bet did that a bunch?
Who was nice and candy. I think called him good or the big dick man. Say he had a big
really nice.
but I
Thank
thought it
you.
was random.
That freaking track for the goddamn Quip. That shit is dope. What's it called? Quip?
Oh, Quip. Yeah. Our dental
Track?
update music. He likes the dental
like that?
update.
Yeah, I was like, okay, he's reading a commercial, but then I'm sitting there like,
He kind
I
of.
think that's Ali Zimzer
got
who made
funky on
that.
it.
I think Ali made that.
Yeah, that guy's real talent. He submits
that-
a lot of songs to our show.
He does. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's pretty good at it.
There you go.
You like
what?
that?
1, 2. Here we go. Quip, baby. Finesse Mitchell on the mic. Christina to the right.
You got it.
It's pretty good,
Finesse
right?
Mitchell on the right.
Work on
Christina P sitting right to my right. Tom's in front of me. You can see that everything we do is just so sexy. We on a goddamn podcast, people. That's what we do. We just do that. I don't know.
You did it. That was great. That was better than anything.
I can't freestyle.
That was fantastic.
Back in the day, I used to freestyle. That shit used to be kind of fun.
This shit should be easy.
You know? So, final predictions for Saturday for our listeners so they know?
My brother UM's gonna whoop that ass.
You think it's gonna be pretty bad?
I mean, no, I don't think it's gonna be pretty bad
because they
think
step
get
up for
they
the
step up for each other. You know what I mean? They step up to play that. It's a fun game to watch. I want us to win.
Of course.
I think Florida State has the talent to win. They fucking came back on Louisville.
That was
when
crazy. They
I was
shouldn't
like,
have.
They shouldn't have.
I thought they were going to lose by like 40 fucking points.
It looked like one of those games where
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was quarterback and this shit's about to get ugly, but Florida State came back.
Pretty
But
crazy.
at the
I mean,
end of the
Miami's
day-
looked good. Miami has looked good. Florida State's looked
We changed our quarterback, bro.
I know. Rozier's gone.
Rozier's on the sideline
Almost
with a
well,
headset on, and we got the freshman that's highly recruited, and he's so far living up.
There's a lot of that going on in college ball this year.
Yeah.
Clemson, you see that? They demoted Bryant. He's like, I'm transferring, and then Lawrence gets hurt. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
And that Bryce kid came in.
Very next game, Lawrence gets hurt.
Wow.
And how good is Clemson that they win the fucking game anyway?
I know.
And Syracuse looks damn good.
Syracuse looks legit for the first
They look
time
legit,
since
bro.
Jim Brown played there.
Yep.
And yeah, they look great. There's a lot of great football watching this year.
But if we win, you wear the Miami shirt.
Okay.
On your next podcast. So when I tune in, I want to see it.
And then if
you got a Miami shirt.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't have. Come on, man.
Fuck, bro. All right, fuck that.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I got a gazillion. I got a gazillion, Tom. So you can keep this one. Yeah, we put that right here for you.
Okay.
So
All right.
Finesse
It's your
has a
first Miami
shirt that he's wearing under his shirt that he's giving to Tom.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I had on a Miami shirt, but then I realized I double dipped. But that's all right.
Here's what'll happen. If FSU wins, I'll have my editor, producer of this show, cut together a promo for your special, which will look cool.
Okay.
But I'll lay the war chant underneath it, so it'll be the Florida
my
State fight song.
You know what?
So it'll be like, doo, 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 and they'll be like Finesse Mitchell. All right.
All right, that's
And
dope.
so it'll promote your special. But it'll
you,
be
brother.
Florida State themed.
You know what? I can't even get mad.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you know what? I'm going to tell my 2.2 million subscribers about your special,
Yeah.
but you're going to drink this jizz.
There you go.
Gonna drink
You're
this
gonna drink some shit.
It's so good to see you, man. I hope we can do this again.
Absolutely, man. Invite me anytime. You know what? I'm about to start a podcast. I don't know when, don't know where. I got a microphone.
We'll let people know. You let me know when you do it, and we'll let people know about it for
Dope.
sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Nando's South African Comedy
Yes.
Festival alum, Miami alum. The new special is
The Spirit told me to tell you.
October 19th.
Showtime. DVR it. Watch it live. Showtime on the go or Showtime on demand. Check it out, people. It's super funny. They're going to call me One Take Jake because I only did one show. And what you get is what you get.
He's a super funny
But
guy.
you're such a pro, Finesse. It's. I bet it's amazing. I can't wait to watch it. We're gonna watch it.
Our closing song was submitted by Chase. It's called Lyric Champ. You can let me know what you think. But thanks again for coming. What?
And
Yeah.
also, I want to remind people: October 30th, The Degenerates drops. You guys.
Oh,
if you catch
snap.
it. So
And
check
I
out
also want to
Degenerates.
say, if you find me on Instagram, at Finesse Mitchell,
I'm gonna find you right now.
and Twitter, but more so Instagram. I pretty much like Instagram.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
FINESSE MITCHELL at Finesse Mitchell.
At Finesse
You're
Mitchell.
verified. I have you right here. I just followed.
Make
you.
sure you send a lot of shit talking to him. about Miami. Just trash them, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Do
You'll
that.
have fun with that. All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right,
Here we
bro.
go. Here's the song.
You already know what it